What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. We've got 107 watching already, so thank you guys for joining us so early in the day. I know it's Canada Day, so many of you probably have some plans, but we're definitely happy to have you here already. So, free agency, frenzy. You ready for this?
I'm very ready for this. I actually think there's going to be a lot of activity very early on, and I think it's mainly due to the expansion draft. You know, you kind of have that odd year compared to any years that I recall lately because, hey, we've gone from 30 teams to 31. So I think that's kind of threw a monkey wrench in the normal way this is going to go, and I think there's been a lot of discussion already, and I predict in the first half hour of this, we're going to see quite a bit going on.
It's going to be a busy day. There's already reports of stuff coming out. Sharp going to Chicago, Yager not going back to Florida. Looks like Bonino's going somewhere. There's so much to talk about. I don't even really know where to begin.
Yeah, I mean, I can comment on the Bonino situation. I see a couple have asked about it already in the chat. Man, I would really hate to see Nick Bonino go from the Pittsburgh Penguins. But again, you know, it's one of those realities you have to face when you're in a cap league now. And, you know, Bonino, potentially, Trevor Daley. There's just so many that you're going to see leave. And Bonino, to me, was a big reason why they won those back-to-back cups. I mean, he's a shot-blocking specialist. The guy's not afraid to sacrifice his body in order to win, you know, for his team. Nashville would make a hell of an acquisition if they were to pick up Nick Bonino. But, I mean, everywhere I'm reading, it's really looked like Bonino's going to Nashville. That's what it's looking like.
He's a center, right?
Yeah.
And he's in his late 20s? I think like 28, 29, something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know his exact age, actually. But, yeah, he's a center. He's a good face-off guy, too. I mean, he's really got that on his side. But, I mean, it's his defensive capabilities that's what makes him stand out from the crowd. I love Bonino. I don't think Pittsburgh would have been able to win back-to-back cups without him. I think that's how crucial he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
there's some chat about Yager. So let's talk about Yager. He's 40, 43?
45,
like
I think.
45?
Yeah, I believe he's 45.
Yeah, he's 45. So, it's unfortunate because you'd like to see him probably stay in Florida because he's had some time there. He's done well in Florida.
Yeah, I thought
he's obviously declining, but he's still doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think would be a good fit for Yager?
Well, you know, he's 45. Yager's looking at it as year by year. He's basically signing one-year contracts for whatever team will take him. And surprisingly, well, according to him, there's been no team to really show interest in him, which to me is kind of sad.
Yeah.
And if I had to pick a team for him to go to, I would want to see Yager go to the Edmonton Oilers.
To the Edmonton Oilers?
That's
to play
where,
with McDavid?
To play with McDavid, yeah. I really think he could be a heck of a mentor for him. And I think this is going to be the year that McDavid takes off as the number one hockey player in the world. I'd love to see Yager go there.
Wow. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I think I'd be okay with that.
That would be very interesting because obviously, you know, McDavid grew up watching Yager like we all did.
Yeah.
I think that would really kind of take McDavid to that next level. Can you imagine if he had Yager on his wing? That would be interesting.
You could see Yager going to probably a young team.
Yeah, I'd want to see him go to a young team.
He's going to have to go to a young team because
Maybe
that was
Toronto.
his role in Florida to, you know, mentor the young guys like Barkov and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we have some questions here about the Thornton and Marleau situation. Now, I heard that Marleau was offered a 2-year contract, and then I heard this morning that Thornton was also offered a 2-year contract with San Jose, both with San Jose. And I think they both want to stay in San Jose. But what do you think? Do you think they should move or stay?
I think they should move. I don't see San Jose getting back to the Stanley Cup final anytime soon. You know, they had their shot the other year, and sadly it just didn't work out for them. And Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau are two guys that I would really love to see win a Stanley Cup before they call it a career. You know, they're both, to me, two guys that you could argue to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame based on their careers. They've had amazing careers. And sadly, it's slowly coming to an end for them. And, you know, I'd like to see them go somewhere where they have a legit shot.
It sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, it does. But sadly, you always get some guys that, you know, are always on the outside looking in throughout their careers. You know, Jerome McGinley would be another.
Yeah, we just made a video about it. It hasn't posted yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Thornton was such a crucial part of their run last year against Pittsburgh. at the end there. Same with Marleau. What's up with all this spam? Are you gonna mod this?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So I just typed in the chat. Just don't type a bunch of icons so
Yeah.
that your message pops up. We can see every message that's in front of us. It's like the words are pretty big, right, Justin? Like,
Oh, yeah.
we see everything. We can't talk about everything. So I don't even know what to say. Like we'll do our best.
Justin is on the Discord server. He was there yesterday.
Yeah, I was actually there last night for a little while. I actually showed everybody I was chatting with a picture of my dog.
Your dog.
I showed a picture of my car.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. It took me a little while to figure out how that app worked, but once I got that, I was good.
All right, so many questions. I don't even really know where to begin.
Well, the hockey stuff's. I think we're into actual free agency now. It's a minute after 1 our
All right,
time,
let
so
me-
noon Eastern.
Yeah. So the floodgates have officially opened.
Neil's got his laptop over there. He's going to try to stay on top of us. Justin and I are sitting in front of a monitor that has the chat on it, so we'll, in the down times when there's nothing going on, we'll just talk to you guys.
Okay, so it looks like Brian Boyle has potentially signed with the Devils. 2-year contract. There's discussions between the Montreal Canadiens and the Colorado Avalanche to swap Galchenyuk for Duchesne.
Yeah.
Looks like 3 years for Daly in Detroit. Looks like there's some talk about Yakupov to Montreal. Ugh.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Hunwick to the Pens
Mm-hmm.
at 3 years, 2.25 million average.
Interesting.
That's the latest dirt I have right now.
Well, which one do you want to start with?
Let's talk about Brian Boyle.
Man, can't say enough good things about Brian Boyle.
He's played the most playoff games of, I think, is it anyone in the past 4 years?
Oh, yeah, it very well could be.
I think that was the
Yeah.
stat before this
Yeah.
playoffs. I don't know what it is now, but
Yeah, I think he's exactly what New Jersey would need.
man, I think Brian
Yeah.
Boyle would fit great in New Jersey.
Yeah, I
They got
really
some
do.
young guys there.
Mhm.
They've bought out some players, so they need to bring some new bodies in.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with that.
Nope, he's a big guy. He can play physical, but to me, I think he doesn't get enough credit for what he can chip in offensively as well.
Oh yeah,
He's a very talented guy.
definitely.
No, that's a great pickup for them. I'll be curious to know what exactly that contract is, though, and what type of cap hit they're looking at.
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
That's not out yet. So
Yeah.
with Daly to Detroit. So you're obviously
Well,
familiar with Daly. So
Pittsburgh had 3 real solid puck-moving defensemen, with Chris Letang being number 1. They had Justin Schultz and then, of course, Trevor Daly, who basically, to me, they took away from Chicago for a bag of used pucks with Rob Scuderi. I couldn't believe Chicago would
bag of
trade
used
away
bucks.
Trevor Daly. And he was a big part of their blue line, especially after the Chris Letang injury. So I'm really sad to see Trevor Daly go.
Yeah,
I really
he was
am.
a crucial cog in the wheel for
Oh,
the
he
Pittsburgh
was.
Penguins.
His offensive abilities were just incredible. And I mean, I never realized it until I really watched him with the Penguins, because sadly, when you play with Chicago on the West Coast, I can't watch Western teams as much due to the games coming on at like 11:30 our time.
Yeah,
So I watch bits and pieces. So obviously I didn't get to concentrate on Trevor Daly as much until he came to the East Coast. But I was so impressed.
All right, let's move on to the Yakupov to Montreal rumors. So, the thing you may not know is that the same year that Yakupov was drafted, Galchenyuk was drafted. I think Galchenyuk went second, Yakupov went first. They played on the same line together in junior. So I think that may be part of why Yakupov wants to go to Montreal, or Montreal wants him to come to Montreal. Either way, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Yakupov. The most recent rumor is Justin Williams to Carolina. That's a familiar.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Bernier agrees to a 1-year deal with Colorado for $2.75 million. That's interesting.
Colorado could use him, but I don't know. Bernier hasn't been the same necessarily, but he kind of bounced back, and I don't know. You're just kind of up and down with Bernier.
So it looks like Patrick Sharp's deal is for $1 million.
$1
It
million.
looks like Dan Girardi is going to Tampa Bay for $3 million per year. I think that's overpaid. The Bernier deal is only 1 year with Colorado for $2.75. I don't know if I said that.
So it looks like it's a contract to say, okay, prove yourself. And we'll go from there.
Winnipeg agrees to a 3-year term with Kulikov. I'm okay with that. There's a lot going down right now.
Oh, actually, you just passed something about the Daily deal. Oh,
3 years, 3.178. That's an interesting term. Or interesting
3.178.
amount.
How the heck would they come up with that number? That's real interesting.
Memo says, "Why are you all wearing hats?" I think we always wear hats.
We always wear hats.
Yeah, I always wear hats.
5.1 million for 2 years. That's how much Brian Boyle's getting paid. 5.1 million.
5.1.
That's steep. That's really steep.
No, I'm not.
I was thinking
I'm
3.
not liking
I was thinking
that.
3 million.
Yeah, I would have said 4. That seems a little high for me.
So Montreal agrees to a 5-year contract with Carl Alzner.
Well, that's a big pickup
That's a
right
huge
there
pickup,
for
yeah.
Montreal. Yeah, they really needed a guy like that. Did it say how much it was?
It was like 5. It's like 4.8, I think.
4.8. Well, that's not too bad.
The Jets signed Mason for 2 years, 4.1 million per year.
Oh, Steve Mason. Interesting. Very interesting.
Jets are your second favorite team. What's your thoughts on that?
That is interesting. I always felt bad for Mason. I'm not saying Philadelphia is a bad club, but over the past couple of years, I always thought poor Mason was hung out to dry. Would that be a good way to put it?
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And, I think if he really had that insane blue line in front of him, I think Mason could have really, backstopped a team a lot further into the postseason. So you never know. This could maybe be a really good thing for him.
Philadelphia Flyers for the past, 10 years? It's just a round table of goalies going in and out. And
Yeah, with
I don't know.
Brizgalov being the exclamation point. I love Brizgalov.
Where am I getting this info? Twitter. If you want the good stuff, you got to go to Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's where it's at.
where you go to get this.
I rely on Twitter for everything when it comes to breaking hockey news. It's all about
Do you know that
Twitter.
apparently the Kings offered Thornton a contract? It is a rumor, but apparently it's a very firm rumor that's probably true. What are your thoughts on that? You think Thornton would actually go to an in-division team
Well, to
in
be
California?
honest, it wouldn't exactly be a far move.
No. it
So
wouldn't.
there would be
but-
some benefits. He's obviously very familiar with LA because of the amount he's currently played against the LA Kings.
Yep.
I still look at LA and I see a lot of great things with that team. And, it shocks me with the way their season ended this year. I would have never predicted it. You never know. I mean, he very well could. It really depends on him. If he thinks he's got 4 or 5 years left in the tank, or if he thinks he's got 1 or 2 left in the tank. That's what it's going to come down to. Does he want to have a shot at winning a cup potentially in the next 1 to 2 years? Well, he's only got a few teams he can really go to try to make that happen. But if he plans to stay around for 4 or 5,
I have to make a correction. The Brian Boyle thing is 2.55 per year for 2 years, so not 5.1 per year. So
see, that makes
more sense.
That makes a lot more sense. Now it's not bad at all.
Brian Elliott to Philadelphia Flyers, 2 years, 2.75
Well,
million. So
you knew something was coming there.
someone leaves, someone comes in.
Yeah, exactly. You knew something.
So looks like Duchesne is not going to Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Duchesne saga, man, I don't know what Joe Sakic thinks he has with Matt Duchesne. I mean, Matt Duchesne is a great player, but I don't look at Matt Duchesne and think of a franchise player. And I think Joe Sakic's kind of overestimating his worth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making it impossible to move this guy. And I feel bad for him because he must feel like, wow, I'm playing for a franchise that just wants to get rid of me. And sadly, it's just not happening. I feel bad for him.
Looks like Benoit Pouliot has agreed to terms in Buffalo for 1 year, 1.15 million. Buffalo's still a young team, so
I don't know Buffalo.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Pouliot, but there could be some benefits here.
I don't know. I like Buffalo, but geez, I don't know if that was the way to go, Buffalo.
Looks like Chad Johnson signs a deal with the Sabres, 1 year, 2.5 million. So the carousel of goalies in these Western teams and Eastern teams just continue to go.
Yeah, it seems like we're starting with a lot of goalie transactions.
Yeah,
so that's
interesting. A lot of goalie signings.
Very interesting.
Yuckers. I'm actually not reading the chat. I'm looking at trades, so if anyone's saying anything to me personally, I'm missing it. Jason, you let me know if anyone says something to me.
Andrew Reed in the chat.
Andrew Reed for the win.
I've actually had a couple people ask me where my Bruins hat is. I don't like my Bruins hat. I have one upstairs, but I like this one better, so that's why I'm not wearing it. There's been a couple people that have asked your guys' thoughts on the McDavid contract, too, if he gets 13. So may as well just talk about that.
Well, I mean, he is going to be taking over as the best player in the world. So does it make sense for the best player in the world to be paid the most? The only downside is it's going to handcuff the Edmonton Oilers a little bit because that's a lot of money to tie up in one guy. In order to build a Stanley Cup winning team around him, they need as much cap space as they can get to bring in the people that they need. So, yeah, I really hope that it doesn't end up at the exact dollar amount. But
Okay, so
I wish they could take a little
I have
less
some
there.
new details here.
Okay.
Benino, 4 years. 4-year, 4.1 average. Do you think 4 million is a little steep for Benino?
No, I really don't think, especially after
that's
watching
okay?
Benino over the last several years. My goodness, that guy's worth it, without question.
Okay, so Hunwick to the Pens, 3-year, 2.5 million.
See,
How do you feel
now
about that?
I knew something was going to happen because you're looking at Hainsey leaving, you're looking at Daly leaving,
Yep.
so that leaves a void on the blue line. Now, is this the guy that should be filling it? Oh, man, I'm sorry. I would have done anything in my power to keep Trevor Daly. Like, he would be the guy I would want to see stay. I mean, Hainsey was okay, but he was no Trevor Daly, and Hainsey's really getting up there age-wise in a lot of ways. So I would have done anything to keep Trevor Daly around.
Looks like Kovalchuk.
Andrew Pillock Sports says, word is I'm getting signed to post for $5, 12-year deal.
$5, 12-year deal. Oh, snap.
You're pretty cheap, Andrew.
Yeah, I think you might have to pay a little bit more than that.
Yeah. So Kovalchuk, no decision until Monday.
Yeah, that's a
Man, I hate this guy. Like, he thinks he's bigger than the game of hockey at times. He got this ridiculous contract with New Jersey, and then he completely handcuffed them and said, "You know what? I'm retiring from the NHL. I'm going to Russia to play the game." Man, this guy's ego is through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Kovalchuk. I mean, I'm a fan of what he can bring to a game. He can single-handedly, take over a hockey game. But man, oh man, I don't like his attitude. And just for that, I would completely ignore him if I were a GM.
Scott Wedgwood. Who's that?
Scott Wedgwood?
I don't know who that is. Someone asked me to comment on him. I don't know.
Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know who that is. Maybe I should know who that is, but I don't.
To Google. That sounds very familiar, though.
Okay. Shattenkirk, where do you think he's going?
After the brief stint that he had with the Washington Capitals, man, I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but I now look at Shattenkirk as a very overrated defenseman. He was abysmal with the Washington Capitals. He did some great things with St. Louis, but man, now that I've really, really watched him play, I don't think Shattenkirk is this big, badass blue liner like he's been
I think
pegged
he's a little overrated.
over the
you're
last
right.
few years. I don't know. And I know he's going to be looking at big, big money. And I really hope he doesn't get it, because I think a team will be overpaying for a player that they think is going to just, take over their blue line. I just don't see it in him.
Yep.
I don't.
So it looks like the Rangers signed Pavlik, their backup goalie.
Oh, good.
Their new backup goalie. 1
Yeah,
year,
that's good.
1.3 million. I think that's a pretty respectable backup term.
Yeah, 1.3. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that deal.
We're not all Pens fans. Only this sucker is.
He's a pretty big one, though.
Yeah, quite a...
Justin gets
big,
most hate.
Yeah, just because I'm a Pens fan. But hey, back-to-back Stanley Cups, man.
Jared Reeves says, who's the best D-man in the league? I'm going to start asking some of these questions.
Who's the best?
Who's your favorite
I think that's a
defenseman?
two-part question, because offensive and defenseman for me.
No.
Okay, well, how about this? If you
I
were
couldn't do. I don't think I
if
could
you
do.
were if you were building a team and you had your choice as a first pick defenseman, who do you take?
Drew Doughty.
You're going to build your team around this player. Who you taking?
Drew Doughty.
I don't think I could take Drew Doughty.
What? Drew Doughty's the best defenseman in the world. I love Drew Doughty.
No, I don't think I could take him. Okay. I need to think about this.
Andre Markov?
No,
Would you take Carlson?
no, because he's not defensively reliable. Sometimes he had so many giveaways last year.
Would you take Ryan Suter?
Right.
No, I would take Ryan Suter. I would take Shea Weber 4 years ago.
Well, unfortunately, that can't
That
happen.
doesn't answer the question.
What about Burns?
I would take Scott Stevens 20 years ago.
Scott Stevens.
You would take Brent Burns? Your boy Brent Burns?
You know what? I wouldn't.
Really?
No, I wouldn't take Brent Burns, even though I love the guy.
Wow, that's a little shocking news, I must say. No, Drew Doughty. I'm sorry, he's the best defenseman in the NHL for
I don't
me.
know who I would take. I don't know. I don't
Love
think I can
Drew
answer
Doughty.
that. Josh Georges. Just kidding.
Georges. Wow, yeah, there's a name I kind of
I don't
forgot
know.
about a little bit. Good old Josh Georges.
Okay, I'm just gonna check the old. Oh, that's
The
not what I
old
wanted.
feed, see what's going on.
So it looks like there's been at least 13 signings already.
13.
It's been a busy day.
Wow. I told you
It's been a busy day.
It was going to take off fast.
There's been a lot of people asking for your comments on Hainsey to Toronto.
Hainsey to Toronto. Is that official yet? I didn't see that anywhere. I probably missed it.
That's just what's in the chat. So
Yeah, because I saw
there's been
something
quite a few people asking about
it, but I wasn't sure if it was 100% official yet.
With the experience that Hainsey got this previous year in the playoffs and that young Toronto team that you know is probably going to make the playoffs again next year, probably go on maybe a little bit of a Cinderella run, hopefully. It could be a valuable asset there in Toronto.
Well, I really think that Hainsey to Toronto is great because of their young core. He can really be a mentor there. He got the experience of a lifetime with Pittsburgh, right? This offseason. I mean, the guy never even saw a playoff game until this year. And then
Which
he got
is
to
amazing.
then he got to raise the Stanley Cup.
Amazing.
I mean, you can't even write this stuff. It's almost like a movie script. It really is. I think he can really go into Toronto and help those young guys out a lot. So, no, I really like that acquisition.
Yeah,
for
I'm okay with that. Carlson, I don't believe Carlson had the most blocked shots last year. Pretty sure it wasn't. I bet $5. I think he was second
about
most blocked shots last year.
Like of all players or just defensemen?
I think defenseman. Pretty sure I'd bet $5 that he was second, not first. I can't remember. Ooh.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that. I wouldn't know.
Looks like Dallas is competing for Radulov.
Well, Radulov had a hell of a year. Well, I mean, his playoffs, to me, overshadowed his season because he was that effective for Montreal in the playoffs. Wow, that guy was incredible. You could tell he was playing in order to get a contract.
Who's my favorite AHL goalie? I have no idea. I don't watch the AHL, unfortunately. Sorry.
Yeah.
I could name one goalie
Yes,
in the AHL.
Justin with the Alice in Chains shirt.
Neil actually
Love
got props for his Avenged Seven.
Yeah, but what about this Avenged Sevenfold shirt?
Well, Avenged Sevenfold is great too.
Alice in Chains sucks.
That is...
Or the lose.
Dude.
What's that song that's singing about the turkey? Rooster, yeah.
Killing me, man. The turkey.
The turkey.
Niemi to the Penguins. Well,
unacceptable.
I don't know if that's official by any means, but there actually was an article that came out the other day that Pittsburgh was very interested in potentially signing Niemi as their backup to Matt Murray. That way they could have Tristan Jarry go back down to Wilkes-Barre for another year, be the starter there, and eventually, he would make his way into the NHL because he has shown flashes of brilliance playing with Wilkes-Barre.
Yager to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a possibility of that?
I don't see it ever happening. I don't see Yager ever coming back to the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, it would be a Cinderella story, right? If he ever went back to Pittsburgh, the team he started his NHL career and finished his career there. I mean, that would be, I think, a thing of beauty, really.
It would be amazing.
It would be. I just don't see it happening. Amazing. Yeah, I really just don't see it happening, unfortunately. I'd be shocked if it did.
I don't think Montreal will sign Radulov. I do think they will sign Markov.
Yeah, Bergevin is really, set on not overpaying for anybody. And I think Radulov is looking for a dollar amount that's outside of Bergevin's comfort zone.
And a term.
Yeah, and a term that's outside his comfort zone. So sadly, I think Radulov's going to be, looking elsewhere for a team that's going to give him what he wants. And, based off his performance this year, I don't think it's going to be that hard for him to find a place.
I need to ask you guys a question. Is the audio okay? Just want to make sure that you guys can hear us okay and the mic levels are fine and stuff. If there is a problem, definitely let us know. People are saying that Niemi
has signed with
Pittsburgh. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything about that right yet. Let me see.
Yes, the audio is good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
That made the chat take off, didn't it? I could mention Sharp going to Chicago. That is interesting. It's suddenly as if Chicago's bringing the old boys back, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I'm actually surprised with the dollar amount on that. Obviously the guy took a discount to go back to Chicago, in my opinion, because I think anywhere else he could have got more money than that. So it shows the kind of character that he has, right? He's interested in winning.
Agreed.
So, he obviously took a discount to go back to Chicago, because on paper, the Chicago Blackhawks are a hell of a team. They just had a real hiccup this year when they ran into the Predators. The Predators were on a mission, man. Severe mission.
Where do you think Ryan Miller is going to end up? People are saying the Ducks. I don't think that's official yet, but
Poor Ryan Miller. I think
or is it? Is that official yet? I thought it was just a pre-discussion.
Yeah, I thought it was
going to
just
be
a
announced, but it
discussion.
hasn't yet.
Yeah, poor Ryan Miller. Jeez, his career, he could be a guy that could go down, as being one of those really great goalies as well, like a Henrik Lundqvist without a cup, Miller, jeez. What is he now, 36, 37? He's got to be in that zone. I think he's got to be over 35.
36.
Yeah, he's got to be over 35. So obviously wherever he goes, it could very well be the final contract of his career. So it's going to be up to him, if he wants to end up somewhere.
He's not a bad goalie.
No, he's not. Sadly, I don't know if I look at him as a starter anymore, given his age and whatnot. I'm really not sure on that one. I see someone asked, why did Pens give away Flurry? I don't know if it's so much as give him away as to being backed into a corner and, having to do something. I mean, you can protect so many players, right? But say if you're given the option of, okay, can I protect Murray or Flurry? Who are you going to take? You're going to take the future or the now?
Yeah.
And, well, the future comes at a much cheaper price than Flurry with the over $5 million cap hit. And with Flurry leaving, it frees up cap for them to, sign some free agents that are coming up. But I see somebody wrote that they got the 2017 Stanley Cup Champs hat. Lucky. I'm jealous.
Jelly?
I haven't ordered mine yet.
Oh,
I got the one from last year. I got the one in 2009.
You gonna get the draft hat?
The draft hat? No, I haven't bought any draft hats, actually.
Did you see the new ones?
Yeah, I did.
I don't like them.
They're all right. I was never big on the draft hats. It's all about the Stanley Cup Champs hats. Big time.
There's so many questions. I can't keep up with chat.
Yeah, there is a lot.
I can't handle it. Talk Vegas. What's the talk?
Well, yeah, it's hard to talk Vegas.
We've been talking Vegas for
they
the
haven't
past
even
2 weeks.
played a game yet, so it's kind of hard to talk Vegas. But once the season gets underway, I think everybody's going to be talking about Vegas. New franchise. It's going to be very exciting.
So I see
Peter Chiarelli was out saying that he is not going to be getting rid of Draisaitl. He's already said that for sure. So if he makes that $8 to $10 million, what do you guys think about that? He's asking for 10. Some people are saying he'll be getting between 8 and 10. Do you think he's a $10 million player?
Good grief,
no. 7. I give him 7.
I'd give him 6.
Do you think Peter
That's me.
Chiarelli has the chance to screw the Oilers up, kind of like he did the Bruins with
Well,
managing the contracts poorly?
Yeah.
Didn't he already do that with the Lucic contract
Well,
already? Looks like Mike Camilleri is signing a 1-year deal with the LA Kings. That's probably actually a pretty good fit.
Yeah, that would be for them. I really like Camilleri. Really like the guy. I thought he was great with Montreal when he was there. He was great with New Jersey too.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy you could bring him in anywhere and he'll do amazing things. But yeah, Draisaitl, $10 million, that would be horrendous. I mean, guys that are making $10 million. You're talking about the Crosbys, the Malkins, the Ovechkins. The franchise players that are making $10 or $10+ million. Draisaitl is not even close to any of those guys. I'm sorry.
It looks like Dan Girardi is official to Tampa now. 2 years, $3 million per year. We talked about this yesterday in Discord.
Right.
I think this was I think he's overpaid. He's making more than he was in his term where the Rangers bought him out, making $2.6 million, I think. And then now he got a raise playing somewhere else. I don't like this.
And the buyout money.
And the buyout money. I don't like this signing at all. But
How much
Dan
was it per,
Girardi's getting paid.
How much was it per year?
$3 million per year, 2-year deal.
2-year deal.
Yeah.
Well, I instantly hear that, and I'm not sure if that's going to be good or bad for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'd like Dan Girardi, but is he a $3 million player?
I'm going to look at their cap here for a second. I want to see.
They got to be really close to the cap.
What's going on here?
What is your guys' opinion on players making those big contracts? Because they always say rising tide raises all boats, right? So, people like Matthews, they're looking at what McDavid just got, and they're happy because they know they're going to get paid.
Yep.
But the cap's in a place right now where it's not really going to go anywhere. Like it's moving in tiny increments.
Mm-hmm.
The next big influx of money is going to be in 4 years when NBC's contract gets redone.
Yeah, and then
And it will probably be for more, so there'll be a boost.
It's going to be billions, I assume.
Yes, because right now I think it's...
Because Rogers was billions.
Rogers was 5.2. I think NBC was only like 2 point something or 1 point something. It was quite a bit less.
Yeah. So back to just quickly, Tampa Bay. They don't have 4 signed defensemen right now, pre Girardi. So which are Girardi 5. So they still have some work to do here.
Yeah.
They have some slots to fill. So that's interesting to see what they're going to do after Girardi. So there's some people joining the chat here. Maybe a little late. We already talked about a few of these trades. So people are saying alternate to Montreal. We already did discuss that a little bit.
Yeah, I really like that move for the Montreal Canadiens. I like Alsner a lot. He'll be able to help them out in a lot of key areas for sure.
So it looks like Williams returns to the Carolina Hurricanes officially for 2 years, $4.5 million average. That is extremely steep.
I'm sorry. Justin Williams isn't a $4.5 million player anymore. He's really not.
There are a lot of players that are signed between $4 and $6 million contracts, which are terrible contracts.
Yeah, terrible.
Those are like the worst contracts you can have because they're just average players getting overpaid.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, you'll be happy. It looks like Boston's talking to Colorado regarding Duchesne. I don't know what they're going to give up for him.
Boston still has cap problems.
Oh, yeah. They're still trying to fix what's his face.
Yeah,
I am happy that they got rid of Hayes, though. I was not a big Jimmy Hayes fan. And like we said before we went on stream, there is now no record of the Tyler Seguin trade in Boston anymore.
Yeah. Ericsson's gone.
Basically gave him away for nothing.
Yeah. Sad, really. But yeah, Peter Chiarelli seems like the type of guy who just likes to spend money. He really does. And they better be careful because Edmonton has a generational talent in Connor McDavid. And if they're not careful with the contract situation, they're going to blow an opportunity of potentially bringing home a Stanley Cup.
We did the math on this the other day while we were having lunch. So if he was making 13.25, and then we took away the tax he'd have to pay, and then what else did we do? Escrow?
Mm-hmm.
The escrow, the tax.
Escrow right now is 15.5% of his salary.
And something else. And it was like he ended up, after, if it was 13.5, he ended up, his take home was 7.8?
Yeah, it was somewhere in the...
Between 7 and 8.
Yeah, 7 to 8.
So, I mean, he's on paper, he's getting paid 13.5, but his take home pay is only 7, so it's pretty crazy.
And that's why there's a lot of players unhappy right now, is because the escrow is so high. Like, they don't like when the cap goes up because they pay more into escrow.
Exactly, yeah.
And basically, we should talk about escrow just in case anybody doesn't know what it is, because it is kind of confusing.
Sure.
So basically, the last collective agreement, the players and the company, or the NHL, I guess, agreed that they'd split profits 50-50. So what happens when the players are being paid out higher salaries than the owners are making in income? The players have to put money aside into a fund that they call escrow. And they basically, at the start of the year, they project where they think how much money they're going to make, and every quarter it gets updated. So if they think the players are going to be paid out more than the league's going to make, then the players have to divvy up some of their salary and it gets put away. So, I mean, you could sign an $8 million contract. Well, actually, for example, Shea Weber has a $14 million contract, I believe. $1.8 million of it went to escrow.
It's crazy.
So, I mean...
Yeah, all players pay.
And then, I mean, you're getting taxed, like especially in Canada, you're getting taxed quite a bit higher than a lot of the states. So
I think it was 33%. What he would be taxed.
Like they're still making tons of money. Like I would love to have that much money, but they're not getting what it sounds like. Losing $2 million to escrow, like just giving it to the owners because you have a contract that says we agree on a 50-50 split. Like I don't know.
As if they're not rich enough.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of money.
And the $500 million that was paid into the league by Vegas coming in does not count towards that, which is another thing that the players aren't happy with. But that was agreed on in the collective agreement. So they're saying basically you just had $500 million added, but you're still making us pay this big escrow. So
Sounds like another lockout.
there's a
coming.
few players unhappy right now, especially
Yeah.
with the Olympics not happening. So this week in the news, there's been some rumblings that the players aren't happy with the PA, and some agents are coming out and saying, no, that's not true. And some agents are coming out saying, yes, there is rumbling. So I don't think anyone really knows who's not happy right now, but there's definitely rumblings going on.
Justin, there's some people asking, what, as a Penguins fan, what do you want them to do? Who do you want them to sign? Looking at
Well,
all these names.
If I had to pick three, it would have been Justin Schultz, Trevor Daley, and Nick Bonino.
Justin Schultz is in it.
And
UFA.
two are already gone. I'm looking to the future, and Schultz and Daley were just amazing, on their blue line. And I would never want to see them potentially go anywhere, yet Trevor Daley's gone.
Yeah.
And, man, Detroit's going to reap the benefits of having Trevor Daley on their blue line. Guy's incredible as a puck-moving defenseman. Yeah, he's had a couple injury issues, but, that's part of his playing style. He's really like an Erik Karlsson, though I wouldn't put him in the same stratosphere as Erik Karlsson because he could potentially be the best puck-moving defenseman in the world. But Trevor Daley's definitely up there.
He's underrated.
Yeah, he is.
Sure.
He's very underrated, and I just still can't believe Chicago was willing to swing a trade for the boat anchor known as Rob Scuderi.
The boat anchor.
Yeah, the boat anchor.
Boat anchor, Rob
Yeah,
Scuderi.
the guy was just
Unbelievable.
so slow. Age was really getting up there too with him. I just couldn't believe they made that trade.
209 people watching right now. Thanks, guys. I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I'll say it again. We appreciate your viewership.
Heck yeah.
If you're not subscribed to the channel, hope you hit the subscribe button. If you got Twitter, follow me at Post to Post Show. I'm on Instagram as well.
Why is everyone talking about Sidney Crosby being traded?
I have no idea.
Because you're sitting in the middle of the stream.
It makes absolutely no sense. He has a no
Hey,
trade
Squidman, how you
clause
doing?
and everything. My goodness. Never, ever, ever.
So,
Sidney
it's like-
Crosby go anywhere.
Elliott's getting a 2-year, $5.5 million deal. I think I already said that with Philly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you mentioned the cap hit though.
Yeah.
So
2.25 per year, I guess.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, look, I've got hair.
Elliot.
I'm not bald. I'm not bald.
Justin and Neil should trade hats.
Heck no.
What? Why?
I'm not wearing that.
I'm not wearing that. I hate to use the word hate. Like I always hate saying I hate a team or something. But, Montreal's definitely down there in my bottom for teams I care the less about.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. So,
What team do you like the least? Besides Boston and Vancouver.
geez,
Boston-
you're taking out all the teams that, I don't follow as much, but Vancouver, sorry, Montreal, sorry, and Boston, sorry. There are teams that
That's understandable.
Luke says, do you hands down hate saying hate?
hands down, yeah. Hate saying hate.
Connolly back to Washington. 2 years, $3 million.
Interesting how we're seeing a lot of players
Williams
return
goes back
home.
to Carolina.
Yeah, it's
Connolly goes back to Washington. Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Don't forget Sod too, the Sod deal.
Yeah, that's odd. And
Yeah.
Sharp goes back to.
Yeah. So it's
been
just
an
strange,
interesting year.
It's kind of as if Chicago's saying, "Wait a minute, we had a bad year. Who did we have when we won a cup? Bring them back."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what's happening. It's rather strange.
You're gonna. There's an interesting comment there.
Which one?
I'm not gonna say what it is.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm not sure if you want to do something about that, but
Oh, I already did. That's times 2.
okay.
Who do you think the Pens signed today to make up for their losses? Pens have a very, very deep organization. They have some amazing talent down in Wilkes-Barre that, they cracked the NHL. They had a few games, but they didn't stick in the lineup because Pittsburgh really had an abundance of riches. I don't think they really need to hit a panic button by any means, and I really think they do have the depth to overcome any player that signs away from Pittsburgh, in my opinion.
They're asking you to do a hair reveal.
Hair reveal. Look at this.
Boom.
Look at this full head of hair. I desperately need a haircut, by the way. I really do. I need a haircut.
Wow, look at that.
Full head of hair, man.
Boom.
I look like I'm bald, but I'm not. just because I got up and put a hat on right away.
Mm.
Actually, I'm usually not wearing a hat in the videos we do.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you just go look at the video we did yesterday.
Who do you think will win the Stanley Cup next year? I answered this in the chat last night, and I said right now I would pick the Tampa Bay Lightning if I had to pick a team to win the cup.
You see, I want to pick Tampa Bay, but I did last year, and look what happened.
Oh, that was your pick, right?
And like at the very beginning of the year, I picked Tampa Bay, but I don't think I can pick them again. I think I need to make a real bold pick. I'm not going to do it on this live stream, but when the time comes, it's going to be bold.
For next year?
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do it now.
It's going to be bold.
Happy Canada Day to everybody.
Happy Canada Day.
150.
When did I start liking the Penguins? Good question. I actually started liking the Penguins quite a while back. I'm originally from Quebec, and in Quebec, Mario Lemieux is looked at as a godlike figure. So growing up, I mean, I was born in '84. I mean, that's when Lemieux's NHL career was starting. By the time I really started taking an interest in hockey, which would have been in 1989, I mean, Mario Lemieux was basically taking over the game. And then they went on to win the back-to-back cups. So, I followed Pittsburgh and Mario Lemieux's career for a very long time. So I've always kind of had a big interest in the Pittsburgh Penguins.
This would never happen, but if they traded Crosby, would you still be a Penguins
We
fan?
talked about this earlier.
Yeah, I would still be a Pittsburgh fan. I'm tied up in that organization 100%. However,
You got so much merch now.
yeah, if Crosby were ever traded to another team, I would instantly start following that team because
Even
Crosby.
Montreal?
Sadly, yes. I mean, Crosby is my favorite player. You don't just turn your back on your favorite player because he gets traded to another team. Obviously, I'd still follow his career, but no, I would never abandon the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, the same thing when Zach Koivu went to Anaheim. I started to watch Anaheim a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, and growing up for me, like even though I was big for Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky was my favorite player growing up. And wherever Gretzky went, I followed. I made sure to follow his career because it's a career that we're never going to see happen again. Nobody's going to touch Wayne Gretzky's records ever.
Not going to happen.
So it was, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see Gretzky do what he did. It was something to behold.
Sorry, I'm totally ignoring you for a second.
Right. Audrey asks if I've ever been to Boston to see a game. I've been there 2 or 3 times. I can't remember. Every time we've gone to see them play the Penguins, and every time I've gone, Crosby's been hurt, and he wasn't there. So I've gone down to Boston 3 times for games. All 3 times Crosby was hurt. All 3 times we lost.
Well, that was like me when I went to the All-Star game in Montreal in 2009. I thought, hooray, this is an opportunity for me to see Crosby in the NHL. Just to clarify, I have seen Crosby play before when he was a 14-year-old. I saw him play live. I've never seen him play at the NHL level, in case anyone was wondering. So I really thought at the All-Star game 2009, that was the perfect opportunity for me to finally see him on an NHL ice surface. And then what happens? That's the year he got the high ankle sprain, and he missed it.
Sounds like you need to go on a road trip next year.
I'd love to go to Pittsburgh and take in a
That'd be
game.
awesome.
Be amongst my people.
Someone wants you to move to PEI.
Yeah, I was
with
going
me.
to say, Hockey World just says you should just move to Neil with Neil.
Yeah, he'll just sell his house and
Yeah.
uproot his wife and his children.
Sell my house, get my wife to quit her job, pull my kids away from their friends and school, and take them to Prince Edward Island. I love Prince Edward Island, by the way.
Heck yeah.
My wife and I, with our kids, we vacation there. Well, at one point we were going every year. Just didn't work out this year, so maybe next year.
Is it? I don't know if this is Martin Hansel to Dallas. 3 years at 4.75. I don't know if that's official. Bob McKenzie's saying.
Is that 4.75 a year?
I think it's 4.75 a year.
Ooh, seems a little steep.
A little steep.
Jeez, that does seem a little steep to me, but
Okay.
see, they got the Justin Williams thing up. 2 years, $9 million. I think that's overpaying for Justin Williams.
I've never been to Newfoundland, unfortunately, Brad. And I got your recent email. It's awesome. I don't think I responded, but it's awesome.
Yeah, I've never been to Newfoundland.
Newfoundland's expensive to go to for how close it is.
Yeah.
Can be. But no, I've never been there. I mean, I've never traveled that far, to be honest.
Yeah, I lived in PEI for 5 years, so I've been all over PEI. I got lots of pictures of PEI on my Instagram, my personal Instagram.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So many questions, I can't keep up. How old are you? And someone's asking.
For me, I'll be 33 in August.
Boom.
August 5th.
Boom. 33.
33.
You can all send
I'll be
Justin a
33,
present.
and I look 25. Let's face it. Come on. Right? Do I look 25?
Mm-hmm.
That's the please shut up. I don't want to be honest with you. Yeah.
No,
No, dude, you
honestly,
really do look 33.
Okay, no, honestly, if I look at you, I probably guess 30.
30?
Yeah,
Nah, I'll
I'd
take
say
it.
30.
I'll take it. I'll take 30.
If you didn't have gray in your facial hair, I'd probably say like 27.
That's why I don't grow a beard. I got too much gray hair in my facial hair.
How old do you think I am?
Well, I know, but
Is
I'm
this-
not going
No,
to.
not you, not you. The people at home.
One of the
Yep.
comments says, "Is this your only job?"
This is my only job. No, I don't make money at all. But I do have a Patreon.
Very true.
If you want to contribute to the Patreon, it's in the description of any of the videos on YouTube.
Someone guessed 26. 107.
26, 107.
Mitch
6.5.
Payne says 107.
Mitch Payne.
Shout out Mitch Payne.
Shout out.
Good grief. 19.
I'm seeing a lot of 20s, which makes me happy.
The chat is like 15 seconds behind, I'd say.
How about that? Mm-hmm.
87. I am 31.
I think I will always shout out Andy. I will always shout out Squitman. Anyone that's won a contest with us, I'm pretty sure I'll always shout them out.
Yep, definitely.
Izzy Fro was the last one, I believe.
Oh, yes. Izzy Fro. Yep.
And we have picked one for the podcast. So we have our... is this going to be the third giveaway?
Yes,
The
it
third
is,
giveaway
I
has
think.
been selected. We haven't announced that yet.
We have a winner.
We actually haven't filmed the podcast yet. We normally
Nope.
do it in the morning, but
We spent time going through all the submissions and we picked the winner. So we know who we're going to announce.
Very nice.
Heck yes, Squitman. Sharks have signed Mark-Edward Vlasic to an 8-year, $56 million extension. $7 million average per year. Ooh, that seems a little steep. I'd like to hear Kelly's thoughts on this.
Classic. 8-year, $56 million.
Wow.
Ooh. What's his current age? I'm curious to know how
Vlasic?
old he would be when that contract ends. I could guess how old he is, but I just don't know.
Vlasic is 30.
So it'll be 38.
Wait, hold on. He's
when
going to be
that-
38 making $7 million a
Yeah.
year? No thanks.
Yeah.
That's a terrible deal.
That's exactly what I was thinking. To me, it's something that shouldn't be staying at that same cap hit from beginning to end. Yikes. I'm not a fan of that one.
I like Vlasic.
I do too. I just think that much money at
Someone else just
37,
signed an
38.
8-year deal at 30, and they're going to be 38 when theirs runs out. Who's that?
Oh, yeah. We talked about this the other day.
How old's Oshie?
Oh, he's only like 28? I can find out pretty easy.
Have you already been in Moncton? Man, I was in Moncton a couple weeks ago for
Yeah.
an MRI.
Yeah,
We were gonna
been
put
to
some-
Moncton many times.
No, I don't want to work in a photography studio. Thank you, though. I like taking pictures of landscapes, not people. Oshie. Here we go. He is 30. Ooh.
30.
Yeah, so it was him. He's
Okay.
going to be 38.
Yeah, so what's him?
Yeah. But we don't know how much the cap is going to go up in 4 years when NBC signs that deal. So it may jump enough that you look at it and say, okay, like that's why I think like 5.7 what was 5.75 for Oshie right now, right? Which is a steal, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the later years, you think, well, maybe we're not quite getting almost $6 million out of him, but maybe the cap goes up to, I don't know, 75, 80. Like we have no idea what it'd be, 85. Like it's hard to say. It depends how much they pay.
Yep.
If you spell my name incorrectly, I will put you in timeout.
Power
You have
Hungry.
been told.
I wield the power. Except for when Ben says it.
Ben.
Hunwick. Hansel.
Niemi to Pens. Is that official yet? Niemi to Pens.
They're saying it was $700K for Niemi a steal.
700K?
Yeah, but isn't... No, it can't be 700K.
No.
I thought the bottom had to be over... Wasn't it over 800,000 for the minimal?
You know what I would wish?
Neil has the research. We don't have anything.
The Montreal Canadiens have agreed to terms on a 2-year contract with forward Peter Holland.
Peter Holland.
Peter Holland, eh?
Montreal's been making so many changes, over the last little bit.
I don't know.
Be interesting to start the year and see what comes out of all of this. Because one thing about Bergevin, he's not scared to add or let go. So that's either the sign of a great GM or one that's a little clueless. But I think the guy knows what he's doing. He never overpays, that's for sure.
Jonathan asks Justin what your thoughts on James Neal are.
Neal. Ugh. I remember when the trade went down between James Neal, with Patrick Hornquist. I thought, man, oh man, how could they let a 40-goal scorer go? But then after the trade, and I really started watching Hornquist's game, instantly I was hands down in favor of that trade. Hands down in favor of that trade, because Hornquist is really that all-around player. He can bring the offensive talent, and he can agitate, he can block shots, he can be a great penalty killer. He's one of those role guys, and he takes it with pride. James Neal is more of a goal scorer and more of a one-dimensional player. Now, that's no knock on him. I mean, that's just the type of player he is. So if I had a choice between Neal and Hornquist, I would take Hornquist all day because of the extra things that he brings to the game. That's what I would take.
I think I probably agree with you. I was just kind of going through it in my head.
Does he ever have his hands up?
Hands up.
No. Having your hands up is not cool. It's all about hands down. That's cool.
Anything with Duchesne? I don't think so.
I don't.
There hasn't been anything recently. I'm watching Twitter like a hawk.
Joe Sakic thinks he's sitting on a 21-year-old Wayne Gretzky or something with Matt Duchesne.
Yeah.
And man, if I were Matt Duchesne, I'd be really, really PO'd about all of this. They made it clear that they're moving past Duchesne into the future. So, man, get something done. I mean, how would he start next season coming back into Colorado organization to play hockey when, he's basically been flat out told of, we're trying to get rid of you.
And it's not just a couple weeks. It's months. It's been months. It's been almost a year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I feel very, very bad for Matt Duchesne. I really do. And Joe Sakic has to, loosen the restraints a little bit here and realize, like, hey, buddy, he's not as good as you think he is. He's a great player, but he's not a great, great player.
Yeah.
They got to realize that.
Someone said in Discord the other night, do you think McKinnon's going anywhere? I'm like, McKinnon's not going anywhere. There's no way McKinnon's leaving.
Yeah, I really don't think Nathan McKinnon would ever go anywhere. Nathan McKinnon is a franchise player. He really is, in my opinion. And I think Colorado would be foolish if they ever, dealt away Nathan McKinnon. I don't see that ever happening. Matt Duchesne's the guy who's going to be dealt away. It's unfortunate, but
I would just like to see him stay, to be honest. I don't really want to see him go anywhere. I mean, stay without the drama. Like, if none of this drama happened, I would have liked to see Duchesne long term in Colorado. But
yeah, well, that's the way it's going. I don't think Matt Duchesne will be going anywhere, to be honest, because Joe Sakic thinks he's got a 21-year-old Wayne Gretzky or a Bobby Orr on his hands. This amazing, amazing talent. Unfortunately, it could result in Duchesne not going anywhere.
Yep.
So have to wait and see, I guess.
Do either of you remember watching the NHL without Jagr in the league?
Nope. We'd have to go back really far because Jagr was drafted in 1990, wasn't he?
Sorry, I need to interrupt you.
I think it was 1990.
It is official. Niemi is a Penguin.
Oh, so now it's official.
1 year, $700,000.
$700,000.
That's a pretty respectable
I thought
price
the
for a
floor
backup
was
goalie.
800,000.
But can Niemi handle?
Yeah, I really thought the floor was 800,000 is what I was thinking of. So that must be the absolute floor then, a $700,000 contract. I think it's a good move. Tristan Jarry has shown that he can be a starter in the league, just not right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have the right mindset of keeping him in Wilkes-Barre, being the starter for the Wilkes-Barre Penguins, and
Keeping his conditioning up.
keeping his conditioning up and so on. You know, Murray is going to be the main guy in net for Pittsburgh for years to come. So they needed a solid backup guy to Matt Murray, and I think Niemi's a good choice, especially for that price. You can't go wrong. That's not a big cap hit.
I have a question for you that
$700,000.
someone asked in chat that we haven't talked about, actually. It was a good question. Who do you think the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights will be?
Huh. Yeah, that is. You know, it's funny. Even after we did our mock drafts and everything, I've never once even considered it or
I've never
thought
even really
about
thought
it.
about it.
Ooh. You know, it's also one of those situations where I would really need to go back and I'd have to look at their lineup. And I think the next question is, would Vegas even want to start the season with a captain? Or would they want to go the year without one?
I think
and maybe just have assistants? You know, kind of let the players play for the captaincy.
I got to.
That's the way I would look at it.
I got to interrupt you here.
Yeah.
Cam Fowler has an extension with Anaheim coming to effect next season. 8 years, $6.5 million average. A guy that's been seems to be on the trading block every year. There's always rumors about Cam Fowler.
This is hilarious. And I remember saying this before. I was like, why Cam Fowler? Why is it always, Cam Fowler? He's the center of all these rumors, trade speculation. And then Anaheim goes and signs him.
So he's 25. He's making $4 million. So he gets a $2.5 million raise.
Yep.
And he's done when he's 33 with Anaheim. I'm actually pretty okay with that.
That's not bad.
I'm very okay with that.
Yeah, to me,
contract.
Fowler's a hell of a defenseman. I think he's underrated in a lot of aspects of his game.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because it seems like he was always the center of a trade rumor or something. And I don't know why. It always made no sense to me.
Okay, so the Alsner trade the deal in Montreal is very interesting. The first year is $4 million plus a $2 million signing bonus. The second year is $6 million. The third year is $4.625 million. The fourth year is $1.5 million plus $1.5 million signing bonus. The fifth year is $3.5 million. Also, there's a 7-team no trade clause. That is the most complicated contract I've read.
Did you get all that?
Yeah.
I didn't get all that.
Dang.
That was interesting. It's kind of like a roller coaster of a contract.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a real interesting.
So Sam Gagner from Columbus goes to the Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
That's interesting because Vancouver. I look at Vancouver as a team that should be in like a full rebuild mode for quite a few years. I don't know if they really should have went out and focused on some free agents. I think they should have kind of embraced the pain because sadly with the rebuild they need to do, it's going to be painful for the next few years for the Vancouver Canucks. And I think that's the route they should have taken. They should have just embraced it and just started rebuilding their franchise through the draft.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know if that's going to be a real good signing that's going to pay off for them because I'm sorry, I just don't view them as a team that's going to be making the playoffs for the next few years.
Exactly. Hansel goes with Dallas, 3 years, 4.75. We've already discussed this. It's now official. I don't know. They've got room, but Paul Postma going to Boston, 1 year, $725,000. I don't know much about him. Can't really comment there. What time do you have to leave? Probably soon, eh?
Yeah, I sadly have to head out in about 5 minutes. My wife has to go to work.
Yeah, we were thinking about filming a video during this live stream, but I don't know if we can do it now. What are your thoughts, Jason?
Unless you want it to be a 5-minute video.
5-minute video? Let's do it.
5 minutes.
Happy chat.
All right, so I'll give everyone in chat take a moment to listen to this. We're going to take a break from the deals, I guess, the signings.
The deals.
So we had this idea that we wanted to put out a video on the channel that involved the people in this chat. So what we were going to do is we're going to Neil's camera is in behind the webcam that's filming this right now. We're actually going to turn it on. We're going to record an episode for the channel that will be put up sometime in the next couple days. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys ask us questions, and we're going to just pick them depending on how good they are. And we'll say your name and who asked the question, and then these guys will answer them. And we're just going to have like a little, I don't know how long it'll be. We'll see how it goes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, whatever.
Rapid fire question.
So you guys are going to ask questions, and then these guys will answer, and then that will become a video in the future.
I'm ready.
So Neil's going to do the opening and everything right here. We're going to do it live. You're going to see basically how everything works in behind the scenes.
You're going to see a live opening.
The intro won't play, but other than that, we're going to...
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hello and welcome to Post to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. We're here on a live stream, and we're Justin, Jason. We've got how many people here? 196 people watching us. We're going to do a live Q&A to involve the people at home. And Jason, I'm going to give you the crown here. You're going to be the question asker. And Justin, you and I are on the hot seat here. We will answer the questions. So Jason, fire away with any questions that people have.
All right, so the questions are just starting to come in now. So I'm going to ask this one, which is a pretty general question. Jacob asks, who is the best Canadian team and why?
Oh, wow.
I'm going to say the Edmonton Oilers.
I was going to say Edmonton as well.
Yeah, just based on what's being built in Edmonton, the fact that they have the best player in the world. I'm just going to go and say it. Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, instantly brings him number one.
Yeah, I don't know how you. I mean, there might be a close second, but I think Edmonton is probably the front runner as of now.
Kyle Tran asked, do you like what the GM of the Knights, McPhee, is doing so far?
No, I don't either. I don't even really understand what he's doing. I just don't understand the mentality of picking specific players through the expansion draft, great players, and basically flipping them for nothing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't in agreement with half the players that he chose during the draft, and then the stuff that happened afterwards.
Right.
Disappointed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Twitch is Stupid Thick says, what two teams do you think have the most potential going into next season?
As far as jumping up the standings, I'm gonna throw Carolina out there. For a second team, I don't know. You want to throw one down?
Compared to this year, I'm gonna pick Tampa and Dallas.
Tampa's probably good, and Dallas. Yeah, that's another good choice.
I'm gonna take Tampa and Dallas.
SteelCat43 asks, will the Vegas Knights make the playoffs?
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no, but almost.
Not in their first year. I think they're going to be a competitive team, but they're not going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, they need some time to work their system and get used to the guys and stuff.
The Hockey World asks, do you guys think some NHL players are or will be overpaid through free agency day?
I think we've already seen a few.
Yeah, we've already seen a few, definitely.
Yeah, definitely already seen a few,
yeah,
unfortunately.
100%.
Yeah. Jonathan Gill asks, do you think Lundqvist will win a cup?
I really don't think he will, and I said many times in countless videos, I think Lundqvist could be the greatest or one of the greatest goalies in history to never win a cup, and it's very sad because I really like the guy.
Yeah, well, we talked about this in the video that we just recorded the other day. It's unfortunate. He could be one of the greatest goalies to never win a cup. It's crazy.
It's sad. The Rangers were that close, though.
Yeah,
they had their shot.
Pistols asks, how do you think the Blackhawks will do next season?
Yeah, I think they'll bounce back in a big way.
I think so too, because we made a video about it and we had a discussion of what do they need to do, and our answer was management, maybe a change of management and a systems change.
Yep.
They basically did the opposite and blew up the team a little bit.
Yep.
And it was questionable, but the guys they're bringing in
are guys that know how to win.
Yeah, like the familiar faces.
They know how to win.
So I don't know. I think they'll improve.
I had a question, but I lost who said it, and I can't find it again. Someone asked, and I'm sorry for whoever asked this, what teams do you think are going to not make the playoffs next year that made it this year? The chat is going so fast. I'm sorry I lost your name. I tried to find it.
That's a tough one.
I might put Calgary in that spectrum.
I'm going to say Boston. Sorry, Jason.
Maybe Ottawa. I don't want to say Ottawa.
But yeah, I would peg Boston to not make the playoffs next year. If I had to pick someone going to the West, that's a lot tougher, I think.
San Jose, I don't want to say that San Jose won't make the playoffs, but they're changing.
Yeah.
They're changing.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
I had one ready and you guys kept talking.
I've been known to do that.
Steel Cat again asked, what tooth do you think Brent Burns is going to lose next?
All of
Or
them.
Burns.
Someone asked if do you think Flurry's going to win another cup? Or do you think that's pretty much the end for him?
I think he's done.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't complain about 3 Stanley Cups.
No.
Most people, there's a lot of players who don't even get one.
He's done well.
Yeah.
Mr. Girard 0406 asked, do you think the Blues are a cup contender this year?
I've looked at the Blues as a cup contender many years, just in the last decade. They're a consistent team when it comes to making the postseason. They just cannot not seem to get over that hump. To me, the St. Louis Blues are like the Washington Capitals in the East.
Yeah.
You know, they just can't get over that hump. What is it? I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it because they've had some amazing lineups over the last few years, yet they just can't go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, with the structure and the guys that they have in St. Louis now and in the past 10 years, I think they've always been a cup contending team.
Yeah.
And I think they will be probably for at least the next 5 years.
Yep.
So
Caleb Howell asks, could Seattle make an NHL team?
I think so.
they could. They need an arena first, I believe. So it's either renovate the one they have there or build a new one. City Council doesn't want to do it. So they're in a kind of a limbo.
Yep. No, I think it would be a fabulous hockey market.
As far as balance-wise, Seattle getting a team would be amazing. If you haven't seen our video on that, go check it out.
Tucka wants to know your guys' thoughts on the Brent Burns and Joe Thornton ESPN body issue pictures.
I had a good laugh at them, I must say. But it's the type of guys that they are. You know, they're both humorous guys. So it really shows their personality in a lot of ways. You know, they're not shy. They don't embarrass easily.
They probably had a good
obviously.
time. They probably did it for free just for fun.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have taken any money for that.
But yeah, I had a good laugh at
Yeah,
it.
that's good.
Keep asking questions from the same people, but there's a lot of questions that aren't really. Brad Wheaton wants to know why Calgary can't beat Anaheim.
I don't know. I think it's like 26 losses in a row in Anaheim when Calgary plays in Anaheim.
Sometimes another team just has your number.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. And I don't know if it's one of those things that's just implanted into the heads of all the players or what, but
I think it's like that when Toronto goes to Buffalo.
right.
I think Toronto usually wins in Buffalo. There's some weird things that happen.
Or when Pittsburgh plays Washington in the second round of the playoffs.
Faye wants to know if you guys think Mark Mathot should have stayed in Ottawa.
I will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really think
yeah.
they made a big mistake there, and they should have did something to protect Mark Mathot. My goodness, I love
Yeah,
Mark Mathot.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Indy G wants to know who you guys think will have a better season next year, Lane or Matthews, or Line Matthews.
Matthews for me.
Matthews probably.
Mhm.
Yeah. Matthews has come into his own there in Toronto. He's got his line mates working with him, and the chemistry seems great in Toronto. I mean, the chemistry seems great in Winnipeg as well for Line A, but the chemistry is amazing right now in Toronto.
They're both amazing talents. They really are. I just look at Matthews as a more kind of a complete player over Line. I think Line is just a phenomenal goal-scoring talent like an Alex Ovechkin, and that's basically his game. There's no knock on him. I mean, that's his game.
Yep.
Matthews, to me, is a more complete player.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hashtag Where's the Process wants to know what is the best rivalry in hockey.
Montreal, Toronto, or Montreal and
I'd
Boston.
say Montreal, Boston, yeah.
Montreal,
I
Boston.
love those rivalries.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got to go, fellas.
No problem. Let's wrap this up. Guys, thank you very much for watching. And if you are part of the live stream and you're watching this in the future, we appreciate both viewerships. If you're new to this channel, hope you hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios. Boom.
Well, this was a lot of fun.
That's how it goes.
But sadly, I have to go, everyone. Real life kicks in, you know.
The stream's not over. It's, I don't think, or are we stopping the stream?
We're gonna keep
All right, I guess I have to stay.
What?
I said I guess I have to stay.
Yeah, you guys did. Lots of people are saying bye.
Lots of people saying bye, yeah.
Someone said, "Don't go, Dad."
Don't go, Dad.
Don't go, Dad. Well, there's a ban-worthy comment. All right, I need to get caught back up on. Has there been any signings? I lost 8 minutes of my time here. My Twitter time. Ooh.
There is a huge gap. Let's turn his mic down. Too, right?
Yeah, this looks awkward. Why are we so far away from each other?
Because there's supposed to be someone here. Maybe James Payne could be right here.
Yeah, Mitch
maybe
Payne.
Reed could be here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really behind here. Best Swedish NHL player. I don't know. Like all time or current?
Why don't you...
Has there been any signings? Why don't I what?
Turn my mic down for a sec. I'm going to move it and just put it back to where it is right now after.
What stadium is in the background? I took that picture in Toronto when I was there earlier this year. I watched them play the Islanders. How much does Matthews sign for if McDavid gets $13 million? Probably about the same. It's gonna be a lot. Do I think Carey Price will win a cup in Montreal? No, I don't actually, unfortunately. Although clearly Montreal is my favorite team. No, I don't think that he'll win there. Yeah, it's the Alzner term is interesting. It's Andrew, did you see how it was structured? How he's getting paid different amounts each year, and there's signing bonuses mixed in with each year. It's a really strange structure, and there's a seven team no trade things. Thoughts on Jonathan Quick? Best goalie in the world, most respectable goalie in the league. Just kidding. He's got.
I was gonna say, where are you going with this?
He's got an anger issue. He throws some tantrums and stuff. So, I like, as far as athletic ability and skill, I like Jonathan Quick. As far as personality and his stuff, not a big fan of Quick. Yeah, the first year is $5 million for Alzner. Sorry, the first year is $5 million with a 1.5 bonus. The second year is $6 million full. The third year is, I think, 4.1 something. The fourth year is 1.5 with a 1.5 signing bonus. It's really strange. I don't know, but Saku Koivu over Carey Price any day of the week. Sorry, Carey Price fans. I would like to see the Hartford Whalers be a team again. I watched the Hartford Whalers play back in 1994 in the old Montreal Forum. Yes, I am that old. I do like the Stars. The Stars are my third favorite team. They're probably your second favorite team? Maybe?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not sad about Flurry leaving Pittsburgh. I think it'll be good for him. So many questions.
So many questions, not enough people to answer them.
Yeah, not enough people.
You need to move over a little bit. It looks funny.
I can't. There's a wall here.
You have to put it between your legs.
That's what she said.
I'll move this a little bit too. I can't.
Then now my mic won't reach.
Yeah, it will.
That's
There.
better.
We need to get rid of this. That's what we need to get rid of.
Can you rate international logos? Yeah, we're doing all the leagues. It's just taking some time and in the process of moving and stuff, so.
I'm actually just going to unhook this.
Who do I think is going to be the biggest surprise team next season? The biggest improvement, I'm going to say Dallas. Yeah. You're going to see Carolina go up in the standings as well. Someone asked this question earlier. Where would I rather live? Winnipeg or Las Vegas? I think I'd probably rather live in Las Vegas, but I don't.
Winnipeg's too cold.
See, as many of you know, I'm in the process of moving, and I lost my job recently. The company I was working for downsized, so I've actually applied for a job in Winnipeg, but I haven't heard back yet. Now we're not going to do WHL mascots. Philly's going to improve. I think Philly's going to make the playoffs next year. Yeah. I'm not going to give my cup prediction just yet. I'll save it. Looks like the Flyers are kicking tires on Yakupov. Just as a little teaser there. I don't know if that's official, but that's a rumor. Looks like Patrick Weirkosh gets a one-way contract in Vancouver for $650,000. Looks like Anaheim, Dallas, the Rangers, Toronto, and San Jose are all talking with Marleau. Still nothing on Radulov, still nothing on Thornton. Crazy. Would I rather live in LA or Miami? I don't know. I like Florida a lot. It's close to Kennedy Space Center. So, Miami. I'd rather live in Canada.
I would rather live
Heck
in Canada,
yeah,
too.
Canada for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think Ottawa's going to win a cup in the next decade? Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ottawa. No, I don't. I'd like them to, but I don't think they will. I'd rather see Hartford get a team than Atlanta. Atlanta won't get a team. At least not for the next 20 years. They tried it twice. Atlanta Flames, Atlanta Thrashers. Didn't work both times.
Are you live on Twitch? No.
I'm live on Twitch?
Just YouTube.
We were streaming on Twitch last night.
He does have a Twitch account for Post to Post for Rocket League.
We were playing some Rocket League last
and
night.
probably NHL maybe, but we're not very good.
Looks like Barton Jones was signed. Very interesting.
Keegan Hogan wants to know if there's any news about Duchesne.
Nothing about Duchesne. Nothing's been said actually probably in the past hour about Duchesne. I'm not sure what's going on there. Bob McKenzie just tweeted, all eyes are on Colorado to see if they make trades today, especially for Matt Duchesne. I can't keep up with these questions. You're gonna have to ask them to me while I look.
Well, this Audrey asked me a question.
You.
I don't have to ask you.
Boom.
He wants to know who my favorite Bruins player is, and that is Patrice Bergeron. I remember Sean Thornton once said that Bergeron's the kind of guy you want your daughter to marry. And like that's a huge compliment, I think.
Boom.
So obviously he says he has character and he's a good guy, other than just being a good player.
Yeah, there's nothing. It was a big rush of signings and contracts and stuff when that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
totally.
a deadline day. It's just a start, right?
Yeah.
So these are the deals. Like I think you and Neil and Justin talked about it. People were talking already with the expansions thing going on.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it was just a matter of.
We talked a lot about the
being allowed.
signings when we first started the stream and stuff.
It is illegal to talk about this stuff in a way, but when deals happen this fast, obviously people are talking.
Yeah.
So. Do you like Brad Marchand? Please say no.
Who do you hate more, Brad Marchand or Sidney Crosby? I hate Brad Marchand more.
I'm surprised you had to think about it.
Yeah.
If he would cut the shenanigans, he'd be a really good hockey player.
It would be, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I have been to Sandspit. I've been everywhere in PEI. I lived in PEI for 5 years.
You can go to anywhere in PEI in an hour.
That's why I'm going back.
Anyone that lives
I
in
love
PEI,
PEI.
like you can go anywhere in an hour. Like
Yeah.
Is PEI like the size of New York City?
No. Like Manhattan?
No.
Like the island of Manhattan?
No.
PEI is...
Is PEI bigger than New York State?
No.
Not even
New
close?
York State's huge compared to PEI. PEI is just... It's not exactly the same size, but it's similar in size to Jamaica.
Yeah.
If that puts it in perspective. I think Jamaica's a little bigger, obviously, but it's close. Rank hockey movies logos?
I don't know.
I don't know what that
question's come up
means.
a few times. I don't know either.
I don't know what that means.
Hockey movies logos.
Like Goon? Like the fake teams in the movie Goon, like that? Or
Oh, maybe that's what he means. Yeah, like fake teams from like sports movies. Yeah.
yeah, I've been trying. We're toning down the logo rankings and list videos and stuff. We were pushing them out quite a bit in that period where the playoffs ended, and there wasn't much really to talk about. And we wanted to have a little. We talked so much serious hockey. We just wanted to have fun, so we did some logo ranking videos and stuff like that. But we're gonna
Andrew
get back
says he
into-
needs to buy a green screen. No, you need to come here and take my spot because I don't like being in the video.
Yeah, Andrew, just make that drive down to Fredericton, New Brunswick, would you? Who's my favorite Mighty Duck?
Donald.
Oh, Rickard Raquel. Heck yeah. I love Rickard Raquel. Yeah, Mighty Ducks movies as kids were the bomb diggity.
Are there any Canadian shows other than Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah, watch Letterkenny.
Yeah, Letterkenny.
Letterkenny's awesome. Kenny versus Spenny is another great Canadian show. I love Kenny versus. Have you watched Kenny versus Spenny?
Mm-mm. I know.
I love Kenny versus
Man,
Spenny.
Corner Gas used to be really popular in the States.
I
couldn't stand it.
Can't watch
But,
Corner
like-
Gas. It drives me crazy.
Like mid-US, it was super popular.
Yeah, we're gonna open a PO box. I need to wait until I go to PEI because I want the PO box to be in PEI. So early this coming week, I'll be opening the PO box. So send me letters. Send me anything you want. I'll read the letters on camera. It'll be pretty fun. La bomb diggity. I didn't watch any Moncton Wildcats games last season. Sorry, Audrey.
So I still have this on my...
I want everyone to do me a favor. And I know this is going to spam the chat a little bit, but I'm always curious of this. There's 161 people watching right now. And only say it once. Don't go hardcore. Just say it once. Where is everybody watching from? Like what state do you live in? What city do you live in? Whatever, stuff like that. I'm always curious to know where people are watching from. Yeah, there are some people who are pretty similar to Trailer Park Boys in real life, yeah.
Whoa, there it goes.
There we go. Man, lots of United States.
Do you watch any
Sweden?
Varsity Reds games? I used to watch Varsity Reds. It's a shame I don't go to more because they are a really good team. Nova Scotia?
Heck yeah. Man, I have to say, a big shout out and a thank you to all the viewers in Finland, all the viewers in Sweden, and other European countries. The fact that you guys watch us over here, us goofs in Canada, talk about hockey and stuff, we really appreciate that viewership across the ocean there. It's pretty great. Hopefully someday I'd like to visit Finland and Sweden.
And a big thanks to everyone in general, too.
Oh, yeah, in general.
10,000 subs and 1 million views.
Yeah, I didn't mean that to sound like I was excluding the rest of Canada and the United
No,
States.
I didn't mean that either.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty big milestones, 10,000 subs and 1 million video views.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
1 million people have watched one of his videos.
Yeah, yesterday was the million views as of yesterday, so pretty happy.
And I've spammed the chat a few times with our Discord server. We opened the Discord server up yesterday was the first time, and we started at what time did we start? Like early afternoon, like
yeah, it was
2
early
3
afternoon.
o'clock, and it went all day, all night, constantly. So there's a lot of people in there talking hockey. So that's really great. So if you are looking for a little place to talk hockey, especially if you're overseas and there's not a whole lot of hockey for you guys.
I would say there was maybe over 1,000 messages total.
Oh, way more than that.
Yeah,
way more.
We talked hockey all day yesterday in Discord. Discord's a great place to come talk hockey. I saw a question that I wanted to answer, but I forget what it was, and now it's way up there.
That's what you get for asking people where they're from.
Yeah. Yes, actually, I have a Nazi League prepped for the logos. I'm going to do it with my dad because he's good with geography and stuff, so just waiting to go to PEI to film that one.
You guys got to do the Newfie accent.
How's she going, eh?
Pretty well. That was
I
hands
need to
down
think about what I'm
a
going to
good
say
accent.
before. What?
So that was hands down a good Newfie accent.
I can't. There's only certain words I can do.
The best part of PEI is the cow's ice cream.
Yeah, that's a joke. How's she going, eh? But I know people who say that. I've said that before. That is Canadian slang. How's she going, eh? Can I do any other accents? Not without being offensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
Not on stream, not on video.
If you ever meet me in person, I'll do some accents for you. But yeah, I don't want to be offensive. So yeah, I'd like to do a live stream with old Brent. That'd be pretty cool. 25-game losing streak? Are you serious? Dang. What's your favorite part?
Mine's leaving Winnipeg.
I've never been to Winnipeg. I'd like to go. Like I said, I applied for a job in Winnipeg. Haven't heard back yet, but
I've never been out west.
actually, I'll just say I applied for a job with the Manitoba Moose. So really hoping to hear back. Yeah, the topic kind of changed there, but if you Discord, we'd love to have you guys join the Discord.
I'm sorry for spamming that message again, but someone asked, they joined after and they missed it. So
Yeah,
it's in the last. Is it the last video we uploaded, or maybe 2 videos ago?
last video.
Okay, so the last video updated was, basically a behind the scenes and channel update that he did, and we have the Discord link in that, and yeah.
What will I do? I'm easy. You pay me good, I'll do whatever you want.
Miller to the Ducks for 2 years.
Oh, I haven't been looking at the deals here. I've been distracted with
We've
questions.
been talking with the people.
I apologize. Yes, Ryan Miller and the Ducks are in the books 2 years.
What's up, Tanner?
So follow us on or join our Discord. I'm on Twitter, Post to Post Show. If you want to follow me there, I'm on Instagram. There's other links in the descriptions of all the videos. Facebook, Patreon, everything. Looks like Radulov is completely firm on 5 years. And it looks like Montreal is trying desperately to sign Thornton. They want Joe to play with Drouin. That's the rumor right now. What's your guys' thoughts on that? We don't play NHL 17, but we streamed Rocket League last night. We had some fun. While we were streaming it, we had kind of a discussion. We should probably play some NHL.
The problem is
with the channel
like
the channel.
We both have PS4s and we both have NHL, but we don't have a capture card. Like he has a capture card, but it's in PEI.
It's not here.
Like, so we're not even getting into that.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to stream, we'd have to stream straight from the PS4 and then maybe use a laptop for chat or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, if enough people want us to play the NHL games, maybe
his Twitch account. I'll put it in chat. I'll give you. I'll just do that. I'll link your Twitch account, and then people can go and follow it right now, even though we're not online.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if he decides before he leaves here, if he just wants to play games and just kind of hang out and chat with you guys, then
yeah, if
you guys can join. So
if you want to follow me on Twitch, there she goes.
We don't have NHL 16 or 17. We have 15, which was the first new one.
Maybe we'll get 18 when it comes out and do some videos for sure. Yeah. What's my gamer tag on PS4? Sorry, I'm not going to release that. No. Okay, we've got...
A few people have been asking about moderating in the Discord.
Moderating in the Discord.
I will talk about that.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is... The Discord was actually Andy S's idea. Andy Seymour from YouTube. He's Andy S on Discord. So we made the Discord a month ago based on his idea. And he's been very helpful. And he was on last night and he was doing a great job. And he's out visiting family. Like he's on vacation. So for him to come in and do that was great. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick people from the Discord who are in there a lot and who are helpful and who are polite. And we'll approach them to see if they want to kind of help do that. Like we don't want people to devote time to it, but just if it's something they're interested in doing, we'll ask them. We're not really gonna ask people that ask us because that usually doesn't work out very well. So if you're in the Discord and you're just talking and if you're someone that's there, like we notice what's going on, so we'll approach the people that we want to be moderators in the Discord, and the bigger it gets, the more we'll need. So we'll definitely address that as we need to.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't I knew some people would join, and then I knew I'd talk some hockey, but I had a lot of fun talking hockey yesterday for those couple hours with everyone in there. It was a lot of fun.
We got off, and I think when Justin came on, he was at his house, and Neil and I went out and we actually picked up a couple little prizes to add to the giveaway, and we went and picked up some food, and we got back, and there was like 250 plus messages, it said, so way more than that. And the thing was just going on its own with none of us there.
Yeah, we came back and there was
like the
Crazy
people
amount of
the
messages.
people that came into the chat were chatting with each other. Like Justin wasn't there, I wasn't there, Neil wasn't there, and that's awesome. You know,
That's huge.
That's like a community of people talking hockey that
Yep.
didn't have that before. So Justin had to go about 25 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did have to leave. We can't rate the goal songs because that's against audio copyright on YouTube. So, fortunately, we can't do that.
Can you change the background to the TD Garden? I probably could.
Yeah, you could do that.
All right. I'm going to work on that. You're going to have to talk.
Oh, no. The pressure's on.
I'm going to have to remember if I know
Hey,
how
Michael, welcome.
I have to remember if I know how to do that on the fly without screwing it up. But...
House tour. I want a house tour.
Okay. And for the record, I do not live in my mom's basement.
Yeah.
Someone on YouTube said, look, confirm Jason lives in his basement. This is my basement, man.
Jason has an incredible house.
My house is okay.
It's very, very nice.
I've only been in my house for about 3 months
Yeah,
now.
a little over 3 months.
4 months now.
It's brand new. It's beautiful.
It's pretty new. Still don't have grass yet. That's coming soon, I hope.
Your house is so new it doesn't have grass.
Yeah, my house doesn't have
Boom.
grass. They put a fence in the backyard. It's almost done.
It looks like Toronto's making a major push to get both Marleau and Thornton. That's huge. That's very interesting. That would be stellar for Toronto, actually. Hey, Kevin, how are you? The Blues signing Thorburn, feels like a little bit of a Ryan Reeves replacement. Any deals so far that have me baffled? Yeah, what was the one that was going to be 38? 38 making 7 or 8 million.
Oh, we just talked about that before you left.
It wasn't Oshie because that was the one we were thinking
That's
of.
what we were comparing it to.
I can't remember. Was it Vlasic?
It was Vlasic.
Vlasic.
It
Yeah,
was,
the
yeah.
Vlasic deal.
I like Vlasic.
Oh, I do too. All right, Brad. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for those emails. We'll definitely make some videos of that in the future. Appreciate all your hard work there. We'll catch you later, bud. Okay, I need to check the Twitter sphere here.
Okay, I'm going to test something here.
Deals are slowing down now.
I need you to, once you're done, I need you to open the video up because I need to know if I change the scene here. I'm going to lift my arm up and go like this just so I know when we get to that point, and then I'm going to go
Okay.
back to the please wait sign. Okay, I don't think it is. I think this one on the right is what's happening.
All right,
Okay, so if I lift my arm.
we're working on some technical stuff right here.
I just want to make sure I know what I'm doing for changing the scenes on the fly without you guys seeing them change.
Change the background.
Wow, what a delay. There it goes. Oh, no.
That's a huge delay. This is like a 15-second delay, 20-second delay. Wow. That's massive. If the poster boys had a logo, what logo would it be?
We have a logo.
Yeah, probably the
You know what we
crappy
need to
one.
do? We need to find someone. Does anyone in chat like a 3D modeler? Like, have someone make like a 3D version of our logo
That'd be amazing.
and like lighting and everything. That'd be awesome. 'Cause
That'd
we
be
don't know
awesome.
anything about that.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I don't see my arm coming up. I mean, did we miss it already? Maybe. Because I was just holding
Yeah,
my
it
hand
was
like
up.
this.
It was up.
Okay, and it never went to the other screen.
Yeah, Shattenkirk to the Rangers isn't official that I know of. Yeah, there's not. I thought there would be more. Everything's slowing down right now. As far as I know, Shattenkirk isn't official. No. Why do you look like a boiled egg?
Why do I look like a boiled egg?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It's not very nice.
No, that's not very nice at all.
I don't know how to position this in a way.
I
that
think you
looks-
guys are closet Oilers fans. No, that's just because of the rink. Look at the jersey ranking video I did recently. It was Oilers for 21st, I think, 22nd. Background change, it's coming.
Yeah, someone asked for the TD Garden, so We're going to make a lot of people in chat really unhappy.
What are we going to be doing for Canada Day? Wait,
It is changing.
it is changing.
So much for a transition. Why is this over here like this?
I don't know. That's what we're seeing on the right.
Well, I moved it here.
Well, I don't
happens
know.
if I hit this
I don't know
button?
what to tell you.
Look at that. Now it's over
Boom.
here.
Strange.
Wow.
What are we doing for Canada Day?
My wife and I are going out to the fireworks later tonight. Our city is Fredericton. There's a big river that runs between it and 2 bridges. And a lot of the stuff's happening on the south side, and we're on the north side. And they're actually closing the bridge down tonight to shoot fireworks off it. So
Crazy.
we're not going to the south side.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I know I'm eating soon because I'm starving.
Yeah.
Why was the TD Garden in the background?
Someone
I don't
asked
like that suggestion. Thumbs down.
Kathleen Summer wanted the TD garden. I made it happen.
Thumbs down.
It didn't really work the way it was supposed to work. I wonder if I could go back here if it goes back to the other one. Nope. Look, that picture changed on the old one. Oh, I know why I did that. I know exactly why I did that.
You and your wife both live with your mom in your basement.
We do. We get home cooked meals every day.
Yeah, cookies.
I wish.
Okay. I was really hoping there'd be a Duchesne trade. Radulov would sign early. Thornton would sign early. Marlowe would sign early. Come on, guys. Give me something to talk about. Not you guys. I mean, like, the players. Hoodie strings. Oh, man. That would drive me crazy if I was watching too. I will gladly fix these strings for you. Do I like Tim Hortons? Tim Hortons very overrated, I believe.
Tim Hortons changed who their source of stuff is. And I think McDonald's took their coffee, which is why I think a lot of people like McDonald's coffee more now.
Yep. You should put a picture of Justin's Twitter profile in the background.
We should post a picture of that picture you sent me of Justin.
I don't know if that's...
I think it's amazing. It serves him right for leaving early.
Yeah, you put that up there.
What do you think, Chat? Should we post an embarrassing picture of Chat
Yeah, I guess
as our background?
embarrassing picture of Justin.
He might be homing in the chat now looking at it. I don't know. But basically, if you watched our podcast video we had in the bottom corner, like over here, was Neil and I on video, and then over here on this side was Justin. And we used a good picture of him, but he got a terrible picture of him. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, he's got like one eye open. You should go find it. I sent it to you on Hangouts, didn't I?
Yeah, I have it. It's just whether or not we should do it or not.
Oh, I sent you the link in Discord in a private message.
Like, of course, everybody's going to want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got Tim Hortons made a poutine donut for the USA only, and they didn't do it for Canada. I would have had it. Tim, yeah. Yeah, I played hockey for the majority of my life, just not recently. I'd like to play again soon. Can I put a Penguins hat on? Sorry, Stu. Not gonna happen. And I don't have one here. I love poutines. Yeah, poutines are where it's at. You go to the movies, you get a poutine. What'd you just do?
I switched the back.
Oh.
We can't keep the TD garden there, even though I love it. It's too many.
Put the Justin picture on there.
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, Justin, I'm sorry. This is Neil's idea.
How tall am I? On a good day, 5'10", depending on the shoes.
The shoes would have to be about this big.
Usually on around 5'9", I guess. I'm not very tall.
Oh, it was Discord you sent it on me, wasn't it?
They say take the Dallas Green hat off. Or not Dallas Green, the green Dallas hat.
I don't have another hat.
Not Dallas Green, the singer of City and Color.
The hat has to stay because my other hats are upstairs.
Man, Ryan Miller in Anaheim.
Oh,
Crazy.
we can't use that. Look
Sure
at
you
it.
can. Put it right here in between us.
Okay, I'm going to put it between us.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets for leaving.
You people in chat. Oh, we're gonna get roasted for doing
You
this.
guys should meet up with the Nelk boys. Who the heck are the Nelk boys?
Okay, I'm gonna move back over and put Justin beside me.
All right.
And this is not good. He's gonna be not happy.
I really like Tyler Seguin. Yeah.
I like Tyler Seguin too.
Thoughts about Gary Bettman getting booed in Chicago for the draft?
I think it's getting old, especially now that he's asking for it.
It's getting old. Yeah, and he's.
You're supposed to boo someone because whatever, and if he's just sitting there like, yeah, bring it on, like, come on.
Yeah. I hate Gary Bettman. Unless he wants to hire me, then I love you. What is a poutine? A poutine is fries, gravy, cheese curds. It's amazing. What kind of mic was Justin using?
Justin was using.
Oh, you unplugged it legit.
I legit unplugged it to move this.
Yeah.
He was using a mic that's better than the one I'm using, but I don't want to sit that close.
Well, you could have just done this.
Yeah, but oh well. This one's fine. He was using a newer NW800 off Amazon.
It's like $30.
It's like gold underneath, but it does sound good for what it is.
Jason's hard to hear you. What?
I don't know.
I'm calling shenanigans. Jason's mic is off.
My batteries are dead.
Your batteries are dead.
Yeah.
Now you really got to hook that mic up.
Alright.
I'm turning this down. All right. Uno momento, por favor.
I can do it. You can just keep talking.
Well, I think
Justin's going here in a sec, but you just gotta wait. I need to. We'll just do this on the air. Why not?
yeah. Welcome to some behind the scenes.
Like, this is more behind the scenes than our actual behind the scenes was, because we didn't have all the mixer or the mics or nothing.
Yeah, we didn't have anything.
What are you doing?
We're fixing. I don't know. Are you gonna put this on there? Because you need the mount.
Yeah. This unscrews from it, doesn't it?
What have I done?
Yeah. Just give me this part.
Oh, this. Can I speak French? Heck no.
I can speak French enough to get by.
I wish I could speak French. I can't speak French. Yeah, you speak French. I can't speak French.
You can't talk because I don't have a mic. This is
I can say, où est le sel? Where's the salt? And I don't even know if I said that right.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, you hooked that up. We are in the process of fixing his mic. I apologize for the boringness of the past 5 minutes.
Do you have a key or anything?
Negative.
Anything flat?
Negative. I have an SD card.
Oh.
Here.
Careful, it's on tight. My nail just kind of crapped out.
Yeah, that's really tight. What was this plugged into? Oh.
Yeah, I need it undone. Here, I'm just gonna get up.
All right. Speak German? Ugh. I don't know if what I can say in German is actually right. You have to tell me. Reichen sei mich die Kuhskräber. That was definitely wrong. What type of phone do I have? I have a really crappy. Wasn't that crappy? Galaxy S7 Edge. There is nothing going on in the hockey world right now. It's all over. All the good stuff is talked about. And nothing's going on in Shattenkirk. Radulov hasn't said anything recently. Or nothing's been said about Radulov recently. Thornton and Marlowe is quiet as of right now. Dang. Flynn signed in Dallas. Interesting. Wow. In your opinion, what NHL franchise is closest to extinction or bankruptcy? I think you'd have to choose Phoenix, wouldn't you?
Phoenix.
Or Arizona. Sorry. Every time.
There we go.
I've tried to learn French in the past, and I can't. There's just something about it. I can't say the words. I can say Russian words. I can say German words. I can't say French words. I don't know why. Although I do like watching the Canadians games on the French station. I like to listen to the French channel. I don't think we're gonna rate jumbotrons. There's been too many rating videos. Yeah, I'm Stanley. I'm waiting to go to PEI earlier this coming week, probably Monday, and I'm gonna set up a PO box then, and I'll make an announcement. What WWE superstar would be best at hockey?
That's a question for Justin.
Hey, I watched wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, but do you know who they are now?
No, not now.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say.
All right, hook me up.
Boom.
Mic test 1 2. If you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. If it's too loud, too whatever. The mic's hooked up finally. Hopefully it's okay. I'm gonna go back to adding Justin to this area again. Like I said, he's gonna kill us. I hope he's not in the chat when we put it up. Oh, Mitch says Sting.
Sting.
We got to.
Sting's old, Mitch.
Yeah, but Mitch is a legit.
Yeah,
source.
Mitch is legit.
He's a legit source.
I'm gonna go offhand. I'm gonna say Rhino.
Awesome. Thank you, people, for letting me know the mic's good. Whoa, the chat is going
I'm
crazy.
gonna say Rhino because he was fast and he liked to
Rhino.
gore people.
Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Heck yeah.
Okay, here we go. Justin. Oh my.
Loud and clear. Здравствуйте, меня зовут Neil.
Look at this.
There's some Russian for you. That's amazing.
Oh I could resize them to make them the same size as us.
That's amazing. You guys are gonna like this picture coming up. Do I like Steve Dangle? I don't watch Steve Dangle's videos on his channel, but I do listen to his podcast. His podcast is awesome.
I don't know if we can put that out there.
See you, Colin. Thanks for joining.
What do you think?
Yo, 100%. 100%.
All right, everybody. Here we go. I'm about to
It's
make.
not that bad.
It's not a very flattering picture of Justin.
No, it's not very. It's not that bad.
All right.
I put worse bloopers in videos before.
I don't know. This one's pretty up there. Okay, so Justin left us.
We should say before, Justin, we love you.
Justin, you're probably going to see this,
I think you're an awesome guy.
but you left us early.
I appreciate everything you do, but you left us early. So
He's the source.
We've got to roast you a little bit. So I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna pull this down. We're gonna put him back here so that he's here in spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Justin. And that
Heck
is the
yeah.
picture we could have used in the podcast. But that is that is just a not flattering picture. I cannot
That is
believe we
funny.
posted that there.
That's amazing.
So try not to cover him up. We'll just pretend he's there. He's just thinking really hard right now.
I think my stream is super delayed or something.
It must be. Because the people are
Yeah.
getting there pretty quick.
There we go.
Like this is cruel.
So some context to this screenshot is I had my GoPro set up and you had your GoPro set up and I had to clap to sync the audio so I could sync it in post. And when I clapped, Justin always makes that face because, well, he had headphones on and so he was listening to it quite
so it's
loudly.
really loud.
It was really loud. So he was cringing, basically.
He looks like the water boy.
It looks like the water boy. He does look like the water boy. Yeah, this live stream will be automatically be posted into
Yeah, you don't
a
have to
video
like
on YouTube.
you don't have to like take a picture of it because it's gonna delete from the internet. This is staying on the channel.
Yeah.
Brent Taylor says looks like Justin dropped something in the bowl.
In the bowl.
It looks like he's in the process of dropping
like he's
something in the bowl.
Pinching off a loaf.
So Brent Taylor in chat is Brent from the videos.
Yeah, shout out Brent. Papa Neil. No, my dad didn't play hockey. Sorry, Dad. You can't skate very good. Oh, not the hat. Not the hat. The alternate to the Habs, what I think about it, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. It's an interesting structure to the contract.
Justin is a little quiet. Justin's thinking.
What did that person say?
It's a sex bot.
Oh. Jonathan Gill, I will give you a shout out because you consistently try to be first, which is something I understand. I don't know why people do that, but you know what? You do it in a funny way, so shout out. There's a video of me skating on my personal channel.
Do you still have the video of me following you on the ice?
That's what I'm talking about.
We went driving and we went down this weird road and there was like this frozen, it wasn't a pond, I don't know what, just water, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil skated and I followed him with the drone and it turned out pretty cool.
Kathleen, what's up? Why is Justin not talking? Everyone wants to know.
He's thinking.
He's thinking real hard. He's just... Can I pronounce your name? Oh. Miguel Davila? Davila. Miguel Davila. I don't know why I said that in an Italian accent, but... Alright, I'm not going to give a bunch of shoutouts, so don't bother asking. Are you going to put that big?
Should I?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Looks like the Predators are walking away from Duchesne. They're looking at Hartnell right now, which is concerning.
Okay, we're gonna enhance this picture and then we're gonna put it away. So
see you, Adrian. Thanks for joining.
That is the full glory of the photo right there. The one and only Justin of Post to Post.
The one and only. Sorry, Justin, again. I love you. Oh, goodness. What do I think about Montreal not being able to develop prospects in the AHL? They're terrible at it. They're one of the worst teams in the league for AHL prospects. I think if you look at the Montreal lineup, you think about what players are on their team that have come from the AHL. Carey Price, Pacioretty. I'm done. That's it. I think there's only two. Everyone else was signed or traded, something like that. It's crazy.
I wanted to ask Justin's thoughts on the discussion we had earlier yesterday about the what they were talking about with the drafting your players. About getting the discount if you draft your own players against the cap.
Oh, the conversation that we had.
So maybe I'll ask the chat. I don't know if you guys pay too much attention to like the financials and stuff, but basically a lot of people say that teams don't get rewarded enough for drafting and developing their own players. Like if you look at Toronto right now, a few years down the road, they're not going to be able to hold on to all those players. There's too much money they're going to have to pay, so they're going to have to get rid of some to free up money. And people say that teams should be more rewarded if they draft their own players, where instead of like signing them or trading for them. So the conversation was, well, maybe there should be some sort of discount against the cap if a team drafts their own players. So let's say, for example, I don't know, who's a good player that Montreal drafted themselves?
Pacioretty.
Okay, so let's say Max Pacioretty. He gets paid whatever. Do you even know what he gets paid?
5.75, I believe.
Okay, so 5.75 right now. He's 5.75% of the cap. What one of the suggestions was made was, if you draft your own player, then there's a discount on the cap for that. So let's say maybe he's 25% less off the cap, so that he'd only be 4-point-something million. And that way, teams that draft and develop their own players, they can have more of them because that doesn't affect the cap as much. But then that kind of circumvents the cap itself, because teams would end up paying more, and owners don't want that. It's the whole point of the cap. But It's an interesting discussion. Like some
It-
people even said you shouldn't even have someone maybe make the cap lower, but
Oh yeah,
if you draft your own players, they don't count towards the cap. So
it promotes so many great things. It was an interesting idea.
it
like
just sucks if your team has a really good scouting staff and a really good GM and they do everything they can. Like just look at Toronto right now, and they've got a good up and coming team, and you just know that team is going to have to be broken up in the future because they can't pay everybody.
Mm.
Few people have said Scott Hartnell to the Predators.
Yeah, there's rumors. 1 year deal. 1 million. 1 million 1 year deal.
This is really bothering me.
Yeah, put it up like this.
Power cord's in the way. Oh, it's out of the frame.
Is it? Heck yeah.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
better. It's a huge gap between us, but whatever.
Yeah, it looks a little strange.
Should they raise the cap? Players don't like it when they raise the cap.
We talked about
like we
this
mentioned
earlier.
earlier. It puts escrow
They pay
higher,
more in escrow, yeah.
and they don't want that. So it's funny because players want more money, and in order to have good teams, you need a higher cap with more money. But players don't want the higher cap because there's more escrow. So
And the Canadian dollar also plays in a factor with the cap situation. And plus the NBC signing that's going to come up the next couple of years. We talked about this as well.
4 years.
Yeah. There's lots of things that affect the cap. Thanks, Samuel. Appreciate that. I wish I had more. Canadians have signed terms with a 2-year, 2-way contract with defenseman Matt Tammer. I don't even know who that is. That's not worth talking about. Because I don't know who that is. So.
Do you follow other sports?
Uh,
Not really. I kind of keep an eye on the Blue Jays. I'm not a big fan
Blue
of them,
Jays. I like some NFL when it gets down and dirty near the end of the season. But thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. What do I think Eichel's contract should be? Hopefully less than $10 million. If you're a Buffalo fan, hopefully less than $10 million.
Who'd be the captain of the Canes if Pacioretty wasn't there?
I don't think Patrick should be the captain anyway.
Who would you make the captain? Would you make it Weber?
I'd make it Blubber, yeah, probably. Hello, Braden. How are you? There's nothing new.
No, it probably won't. It's probably gonna be pretty slow from now on. There might be.
I have a feeling the stream's gonna be pretty boring.
Yeah.
Well, it's been pretty boring since Justin left. But the first 30 minutes was
Because there was a lot going.
There's
We
a lot going
basically started the stream about 10 minutes before.
I answered this question earlier. I do watch Steve Dangle's podcast or listen to it. I love his podcast. I think he's great, but I don't watch his videos on his personal channel. He's very good at what he does, though. Yeah. I don't watch wrestling, no. Best NFL logo? Whew. Put me on the spot here. I like the Minnesota Vikings, but I don't know if their logo's number one, though. If I had to be drafted by a team, who would it be? Montreal. There were some rumors about Yager to Vegas earlier, but I haven't heard anything. People keep joking that Yager's napping. Let me see. No, there's still nothing on.
No, I imagine it's going to be pretty quiet from now.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty quiet.
Just the deals that were already in the works got done officially, and
Yeah, if you're
maybe
doing
the odd thing done, but I mean, we got all summer.
all summer, yeah. I played left wing mostly when I played hockey. Sometimes played center, but mostly left wing.
Is this going to be the last video we do here? It is, isn't it? I guess we already did the last video, but
I
This is the last video filming of us
think
in
so.
Fredericton.
Unless we do something tomorrow.
I don't really want to do another one.
No.
I'm not good at videos. I don't.
Yeah.
We'll think.
You're too critical of yourself.
We can think of some things that might be able to do.
You're way too critical of
I
yourself.
don't want to do a ranking video.
Guaranteed, everyone in this chat likes when you're in videos. They want to see you in more videos.
I don't like
You're
being in
too
videos.
hard on yourself.
Like I should just get up and go and let you talk.
No, everyone and the chat at home, give Jason a round of applause.
I don't want that.
Give him some props. Well-deserved props. He's the man. Should be more videos. What would you?
From this point on, it's going to be you and
We
Brent.
should do a video with you.
But what?
Since I'm moving, I don't know. We could talk about. I don't know.
Well, we've already done 2 now.
We could talk about the McDavid situation.
We talk about. I don't know.
Look at all those props.
Yeah,
Well-deserved props.
If you ask for them,
No.
you could say
These people aren't giving you props because I asked them to. They're doing it because it's a real thing.
you could say chat.
Yeah,
Find
100%.
me your favorite baby elephant chasing a skunk picture, and everyone will go do it.
No, you get lots of positive comments on the channel. People love you.
Ryan Miller to Anaheim 2-year deal.
Lance Boma signed with the Blackhawks, 1-year deal. Interesting. I don't know if that's official yet.
If you'd like talking hockey, definitely come in the Discord.
Yeah,
server,
come into our Discord if you like
though.
chatting.
And the more people, the better it's going to be. It was great yesterday and last night.
What do I think about Nashville having celebrities to sing anthems? That's something we could talk about.
We aren't done yet. We have to do the podcast.
Oh, we have to do the podcast. Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to do about the winner or not because we don't actually have the items. I don't know how we're going to do that. We have a giveaway. We can talk about it now because it's done. So for anyone that's been listening to the podcast through the downloaded version, like on your phone, we had a special contest running for those people. So if you just listen to the podcast on YouTube, you never heard about it outside of maybe, I think that we mentioned it in a live stream.
Yep.
So it was only in the downloaded version only. Like after we were done, we talked about it, and we had a bunch of people send Neil emails. That's the only way we could really think of doing it. And we've picked a winner, and we know what we're going to give for a prize. So, but we don't have it because we have to order it. And since he's leaving tomorrow, we can't have a video showing what we gave. So I don't know how we're going to do that. We'll have to figure it out.
And I saw the name of the winner in the chat earlier in this live stream.
Really?
Yes. They asked a question, and I wanted to find it and answer it, but I couldn't find it.
Interesting.
It was during the video filming. Yes, they asked a question. So that sucks, but sorry we missed it. I've never been to the UK. I would love to go visit the UK. That'd be awesome.
I said in the last live stream, that's my wife's #1 destination is the UK.
I don't think Radulov's going to sign with Montreal.
What would you do if you got drafted by the Bruins? I try to make as much money as I could.
Yep. I'd sign a big contract and then ask to be traded.
It has to be bought out.
Bought out. It looks like Toronto's trying to land both Thornton and Marleau.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that was a rumor earlier. That'd be huge. See you, Kenneth. Yeah, I like Miracle.
The picture of Justin just popped up on my screen again. Oh, it popped up again. Why does it keep Oh, it's because
Soccer, not really. I'd love to go to Finland. That'd be awesome. If I'm ever rich someday, I will go to Finland. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, the Pens did sign Niemi. $700,000. Dallas was looking at Radulov. I don't know how serious they were about it. How long are we streaming?
I don't know. You can make the call when to pull the plug.
I don't know. I need to eat soon, so.
Yes.
So it looks like the Montreal Canadiens have offered Radulov a recent offer. And he's thinking about it now. He hasn't gotten back to them yet. That's the word on the street. The internet street.
hard do you think it is for players to determine whether or not to accept an offer? Like, let's talk about, for anyone that's from Canada, let's talk about a Toronto Blue Jays situation, like Edwin Encarnacion. Blue Jays came out and offered him $80 million for 4 years, and he thought he was worth more than that, so he turned it down. No one else gave him more than that.
Yeah.
And then by the time he wanted to go back to Toronto, they had already re-signed other players, and they couldn't offer them anymore. So he signed for less money for the same amount of time. So, like, I guess as a player, you're really hoping your agent is on top of his game in terms of what's available, what you think you can get. But
I mean, that's why the agents are there. I don't think as a player you're doing a lot of hard negotiating like your agent would be. That's what he does for
basically,
top, right?
your agent is negotiating for you, and then he's basically coming to you saying, "Would you like to go here for this?" And then it's kind of up to you to say, "Well, do you think that's worth it?" And
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that'd be a little stressful. I mean, I guess it's kind of like any other contract negotiation, but
Yeah.
especially when you're looking at a lot of these seem to be for 8 years. There's a lot of big contracts coming out here, so
There's a lot of long-term contracts like that Vlasic. That Vlasic one was pretty crazy.
See, I remember one of the things the owners were fighting for in the last lockout was they wanted a max of 5-year contracts.
I would have loved that.
And they ended up not getting that, and then the GMs are still giving out these huge 8-year contracts.
Yeah.
And obviously when you're giving out a contract that big, you're probably going to ownership and saying,
Yeah.
I'd like to do this, and the owner's approving it. So it's kind of funny how you fight for a 5-year max, but then you're still giving out 8. I guess you have to be competitive with everyone else, but
No, we're not watching TSN. I'm watching the Twitter.
Mitch says, do you think they'll ever make the money that someone like Steph Curry just made?
Mitch, I love you. I don't think so.
No, I think hockey players are always going to be the least paid of the 4 big sports in North America.
What am I doing for the 1 million special? Oh, 1 million views? I don't know.
He's sitting here talking on a live stream to all of you.
Yeah, that's yay.
No, I think the cap in NBA is $99 million. Is that right?
Yeah, that seems.
And MLB has no cap. You look at teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees are getting ready in a couple years to spend big money on
baseball contracts are ridiculous.
So hockey is definitely the lowest income sport of the big 4. So it makes sense that those players are going to be paid the least.
Winnipeg Jets signed forward Michael Scarbosa, $650,000. The Predators have officially walked away from Duchesne. The price tag is too much.
And we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah. No, I didn't see any McGuire comments. I'm sure it was. Let's not talk about Peter McGuire.
Classic McGuire. Should have put him back here.
Talking about big, thick legs and stuff, and what a creepy guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Edwin went to Cleveland, but he wanted to go to Toronto, but he thought he was going to get him basically $100 million. And so when the Jays offered him 80, he said no, because I think I'll get more. And then they went and signed Morales.
Yeah.
And then no other team came even close to that. I think he signed for 60-some million. Maybe it was only a 3-year with the option for the 4th. If he does well, he can match it. But
Yep.
So basically, he wasn't happy. The Toronto management wasn't happy, and the fans were not happy. So it didn't work out for anybody. Toronto acted too fast after he said no, and his agent basically screwed up the value.
Yeah, this Jones contract and the Vlasic contract are questionable. Do I know who Liam McGuire is? Nope. Yeah, Hansel went to the Stars.
You guys love baby elephants and Pierre McGuire.
I like baby elephants.
As a Tribe fan. Oh.
Tribe? What?
I thought we were talking about tribes.
Mitch just perked up.
Yeah.
See you, Dave. Do you think Montreal has a team to go far in the playoffs next season? Probably not.
How do you feel about Don Cherry?
How do I feel about Don Cherry? I have a love-hate relationship with Don Cherry.
I think everybody does.
Yeah. Some of the stuff he says, I'm just like, oh my God. Why are you saying that? Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. It feels pretty good to have 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, it definitely feels good. I'm blown away. I still don't understand it, but
You know what kind of sucks? The last video we did with the behind the scenes, the video you posted was the second take we did.
oh, that was like the fourth take we did.
Oh, so the first one he did, you actually talked about the 10,000 subs. And
I did, yeah, and I did.
and it was
forgot to
really
mention-
good. Like he talked about how he couldn't believe it, how he's very grateful, and then we started screwing up, and we had to redo it.
Yeah.
And then we got the idea of snapping the fingers and changing the green screen, so we did it over again. And you just kind of forget things from different takes. So he definitely did make a video about it and talked about it. Just didn't make the cut, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a huge deal. Like we're talking basically half a year from nothing. Literally
It's-
nothing.
Yeah, 7 months.
Like there's channels on YouTube that have been going longer than that and they don't have the numbers, so huge props to the people.
Yeah, it's my favorite band. Oh, I don't know. I listened to a lot of Iron Maiden, a lot of In Flames. I like some Demon Hunter. I've been listening to a lot of country lately as well. I'm all over the place. I don't monetize my videos because I don't want to rely on YouTube for income. That's why I have a Patreon. I haven't announced it yet. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, that'd be awesome, but you don't have to. It's in the description of, not this video, but any other video on the channel. I'll probably announce it sometime in the next month or so. Yes, Brian Flynn did sign with Dallas. There's just some minor signings right now. It looks like the Kings are out on Thornton. So, Jumbo Joe is not going to LA. Yeah, that Panarin trade was interesting. I think Columbus won it, but we'll see.
I say let's go for about 5 more minutes and wrap it up.
All right. We'll do this for another 5 minutes. Any final questions you have?
Cause we got up. I slept in a little bit late. We got up around 10. We started. Well, you were doing stuff before that.
Yeah, I
You
got
know,
up at 9.
So we got up and we're setting everything up, and then we did the trivia video. Have you even mentioned that yet? Do people know that's coming?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about it actually. So we did a trivia video today.
Yeah, we filmed a video before we started the live stream.
And,
Trivia number 3.
So is that going out soon? Probably a couple days or?
Probably going out Monday,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, the joys of being in the basement. So what we did this time is Neil wanted to do a little bit different, and we had all 3 of us playing the trivia, and we didn't keep scores this time, but basically the 3 of us came up with questions, 5 each, and we asked the other 2, and if we got it wrong, we had to eat a Bean Boozled. Poor Justin, I think
He got the worst of it.
He got the worst of it,
Yeah,
so
he did.
definitely look forward to that video.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much. I was
Yeah.
gonna say some stuff, but yeah, that'll be out probably Monday, I think. Do I like turtles? Yeah, turtles great. I like turtles. What happens with Kovalchuk? Hopefully he stays in the KHL. I'm missing some questions here. Do I have any pets? I do not.
My wife wants a French bulldog,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
but I ain't paying $2,500 for a French bulldog.
Yeah.
Can you post the Discord and Twitch? I have the Discord. You want me to
There's
post
the
Discord?
Twitch. You post the Discord.
I have the Discord copied, so I've been spamming this every now and then. So I'll just post it again.
I'll try and do a live stream on there, play some games or something like that. My Instagram. You have to see how good your detective skills are to find my personal Instagram.
His personal Instagram's public. You can find it pretty easy.
But the channel's Instagram is just Post to Post Show. You'll be able to find that pretty easily. I'd love to save a kitten. I love cats. And cats love me for some reason. I don't know why. Dogs don't usually like me, and cats love me.
Post the post on PewDiePie. No.
I don't know where Jagger's going. Maybe Vegas? Nothing's going on with Galchenyuk as of right now, I don't think. The next video is going to be me and Justin talking about the best players to never win a Stanley Cup. So people like Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, Marcel Dion.
Oh, that's the one you were editing last night.
Yeah, I started to edit it last night. Probably go tomorrow. Would you come to Venezuela? You want to pay for me to come to Venezuela? I'll go to Venezuela. I'm pretty easy like that. Well,
we have about a minute left.
A minute left.
Mm-hmm.
A minute left, eh?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's got a public Instagram. It's not hard to find. You just
you can see all my photography on there.
Yeah.
That's basically all it is.
You think the longer that Marleau and Thornton stay unsigned, they have more or less chance of staying in San Jose?
What? I didn't see that.
Luke said that.
I think they have more of a chance. I think Mick Bedino wanted too much money. Look how much he got paid. I think that he saw that another team offering him that nice salary, and he took it. No, I haven't found any jobs yet. I applied for a job in Winnipeg, but haven't heard back yet. Canada's boring.
Is Canada boring?
Oh.
Canada's not boring.
Canada's amazing.
Awesome.
Canada is the bomb diggity.
The bomb diggity. The bojangles.
Canada is the bomb diggity. If you're an American and you're looking to go on vacation this summer, you come to Canada, especially for the exchange rate. Did you put in a little sneak peek adjustment again?
Yeah, you did the shh. All right. Well, I will let you wrap this one up.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone coming and chatting with us today and joining in on the Free Agent Frenzy fun. We had lots of fun discussing the signings and the trades and the possibilities of everything. And we got the chance to film a video with you guys, which I'll be posting.
Sometime.
I mean, I forgot about that.
Yep.
I forgot we filmed that. Yeah, that'll be going up probably Monday. What did I say was going up Monday a couple of minutes ago? The trivia. Okay, trivia's going to go up Tuesday probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you everyone. I really appreciate you guys coming by. It means the world.
Come on our Discord, talk with us.
Come on Discord. We're always on there talking hockey. It's 24/7. Anytime you want to talk hockey, there's always going to be people in there to chat with, including us. If you found this live stream and you're not subscribed, I hope you can subscribe to the channel and join me here on YouTube. I'm having a lot of fun making videos with some friends and family and all kinds of stuff. If you want to reach out to me on Twitter. My Twitter is @PostToPostShow. On Instagram, @PostToPostShow. Discord, did you link the Discord recently?
Yeah, I'll do it one more time.
You can link the Discord.
Last time.
You can follow me on Twitch.
Last time.
There. What else? Facebook. I don't really update the Facebook Post to Post much. If you want to contribute to me on Patreon, I'm on Patreon. Other than that, man, just thanks again. I really appreciate the viewership and everyone stopping by and taking the time to come and talk to us. It means the world. And we will see you in a future video. Adios.